I'm fine with the school excuse. I mean, if he was here, would you notice?
Yeah, there'd be an extra little symbol in this chat room.
Yeah, but Bud would almost never talk, despite you talking to it.
Fable barely ever talks either, so
That's because he's always shoving stuff in his mouth. Either shoving stuff in his mouth to eat, or he's reading poetry to
turn
Zakara.
your head more to the right. See too much of the right side of your lip there for the illusion to work.
That wasn't an illusion. Alrighty, folks. Session 86. We are going to try to pound out a bunch of kingdom turns tonight.
Yeah.
The first question is, right now we have 3 kingdom turns to do. And then that'll take us to the end of downtime. If you guys want to spend 3 more days at downtime, we can do an extra kingdom turn.
Yeah.
So that's one yes.
Do it.
Fine with that.
I
There's
got time
2.
to burn.
We need
All right.
practice for tomorrow.
All right. I just wanted to throw that. I figured you guys would. I mean, it's only a couple days, so that's easy to do. Alrighty. So, welcome to end of Kingdom Turn 2. A bunch of people came wandering into your town and set up shop in one of your lots, and they said they ain't leaving.
Ah, squatters.
Yep.
Guess what
This is
spell
it.
I prepared today, squatters?
This is heading a little close to home, Zargan.
Why?
Have to deal with freaking Fetty zombies on a nightly basis for my job.
Oh.
In fact, I had to kick a dude in his RV out of a place last night who coincidentally was just playing possum in his RV until I coincidentally started calling the cops.
Yep. It's surprising how that works.
Banging on his door, better part of 10 minutes. He sleep. By
Up,
comparison,
you're
making
playing possum up. You're dead. I need to call the police to go get a dead body out of his
I
bed.
mean, it wouldn't be the first time I found somebody in an RV who's looking
Dead?
like they're ODing.
Oh, Dead is there. Come over here with that boiling water. And he got up. Oh, Lazarus walks.
Alrighty. So, you guys have some squatters to deal with this turn. Good luck with that.
What time would we address that or be able to, stepwise for like the nation turn?
Can we make a roll for it or something?
I don't got the event in front of me, Zargan, so I don't know if it says specifically when, but
it does not specifically say when. But it is a what is it? A politics check?
I don't know. You're the one who foisted this upon us.
Foisted this. Okay. I see how this is going to be. Yep, it's a politics check.
The event ends when you achieve a critical success on the check. I feel like I'm trying to remember where I saw it, but it might take one of the leadership activities to try it.
Yeah, see, that's what I was asking you. I wasn't sure.
So you gave me all of like 20 seconds to freaking figure it out.
And
so it'd be an ongoing event if we can't fix it this time?
Oh yeah, if you don't fix it this turn, it continues.
It is a continuous event, I believe.
You click the thing that pops up.
If you get a success, they're removed from the lot, and they try to relocate and reintegrate, but there's some strife. You increase the unrest by 1, but it sounds like it's settled. A critical success means you just do it and there's not an issue. And then failures are not good.
You find opportunities for squatters to improve their lot and lot. That's a very funny way of saying get out or we fireball you.
No, I think that means you did fireball them.
Got a lovely, clearly heroic shade on all of these descriptions.
So I think this has to be dealt with in the leadership phase, like what Bio is saying.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember exactly where I saw it, but I think if it requires a check to get rid of, I think that it is one of your leadership activities to do, or attempt, I should say.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's this thing that says, I don't know, it's like cut off, but I'm success on it. It ends when there's success on check, or when you build residential structure in the lot of the squatters.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's at the civic phase though.
That's the other way to end it, is to give them free housing.
Yep.
So
Hmm.
And if you don't
we
deal with them this turn, they continue. So if you
Uh,
fail, not only do you get a rest, you get to deal with them next turn too.
did we ever decide which leaders we invested? Because each event specifies a specific leader, and if that leader is one of the ones that's invested, we get a bonus to the check.
We did specify who we invested. I don't remember, other than Kruger for one.
Yeah,
I know
like
that we tried to do one
They're
of
all
each.
they're all
Yes.
marked as vets, and I don't know why.
yeah, that doesn't really help us, Zarvin.
I hate you. I hate you all.
Only 4 of them are supposed to be invested. I know it would have been one for every subject or
Is it one
skilled.
for every PC?
No,
No, it was
only
one
4?
for each
Oh.
skill.
yeah, because investing, depending on the office, will give you a bonus on one ability scores skills. So like one of the offices gives
Right.
you like a +1 to culture.
Like, there's only 3 that we know off the top of our head that are or not. Ruler is vested. Emissary is not because of the counterpoint to ruler. Magister Avi isn't because there's no one in there, which means counselor is. And then we have the pick between the other ones.
Which should be me.
Well, I unchecked them, so you guys can go ahead and pick which other 2 you want invested. Remember, they have to be PCs, don't they?
Yes.
So you cannot invest the general. And to be
Hmm.
honest, well, the warden's no longer there, although I can't remove the pictures. I don't know why it won't let
Oh wait,
me.
never mind.
I figured the Viceroy probably would be because by the time we put this together, Ishii had already bowed out. So.
No, Ishii was here for the first Kingdom turn.
Oh, was he?
Yep.
Then I don't know.
It's gone now, but
He is, yeah.
those 2, man, the druid and the wizard, so flighty. They can never commit.
Basically.
So when do kingdom actions pop up? Or not king what's this called?
Events.
Yeah,
Event.
when do they pop up?
End of the turn.
Yeah, it's the last thing that happens in a kingdom turn is a roll for an event.
So
Some of them you have to
is
go.
this something that just occurs? And do we get to do anything at that point, or is it
No.
can only be addressed next turn?
Yeah,
It's
typically
well,
no. Yeah,
some of them require you going and doing stuff. So it's designed at the end of the Kingdom turn. This happens, and you have to go deal with it.
yeah.
Hmm.
Typically no. It's just like, hey, you got squatters moving in. You get to deal with them starting next kingdom turn. Sometimes you can do something about it, but it'll typically specifically state if it's something you deal with right away. Like,
So
an assassination attempt is probably something you got to deal with about that time.
So for the squatters, for instance, like basically talking, it's like, oh, it needs to be a politics check. Is that during our leadership actions?
Yes.
Okay.
So it'll cost one of you a turn.
We got to stare. Well, some maybe even multiple. We got to stare at the problem for at least a little bit before we can do something about it.
So let's go ahead and pick the other ones you want invested. So you got well, Viceroy, and I guess and the emissary. I guess if you only invest PCs.
When we assign new leadership, are we able to invest different?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you move your leaders, and then you pick which ones are invested, and then you start into the upkeep phase, basically.
So essentially, the 4 of us will have to spread out in order to make sure we have the various things invested. even if RP wise it isn't. If that's what we want to do, even if RP wise it isn't the thing that our people would normally occupy.
Plus, you can also assign other NPCs to other spots too. You can
Yeah, we can
have
assign, but we can't invest those because they're not
Yeah.
players.
That's just
correct
to avoid vacancy penalties. Yeah.
because you guys have one, two, three piece NPCs for sure you can use, and then you have a vampire. So you gotta be careful with him.
Yeah, let's give him the night shift. The only one currently you need someone into is Warden, or since we can't invest General because it's the Hobgoblin, we need someone in the Warden's seat. Zakara's probably the pick for that one because she shares that bonus with Kruga as ruler. No,
Yeah,
that's me. It's
No.
counselor. And...
it's culture for
Oh
counselor.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, you're right.
loyalty or ruler and emissary share loyalty.
Yeah, I'm the only one that's doubled up. Well, Kruga and I, but Kruga's
We weren't doubled up. The only ones doubled up at that first go
yeah.
round.
So I guess at the moment, it doesn't really matter who we chose for invested because we're probably going to change it all this next turn anyway.
Yep. So Zakara's taking over. Which one?
So are we
Warden.
starting the new
Oh, we're
kingdom
not.
turn now?
This
Yes.
is okay. I guess since we couldn't have made a check for the event yet anyway. It doesn't matter.
Correct. Some events you can deal with right away. Most you cannot though.
Yeah, I can speak from experience. You can punch a hobo to make him go away. He's just going to get replaced in 10 minutes. That one's not going away overnight.
That's why Kruger has a high con score, so he can repeatedly punch multiple hobos.
Yeah, you need to get Kruger some cocaine, get him a cocaine psychosis going on, and he'll never stop.
Kruger needs to read a book, How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Yeah, that's
No,
the poetry book I have. At least that's what he told it was called.
I mean, he knows how to influence people, and he travels with a bunch of people who haven't killed him yet, so that's as close to friends as he can hope, right? That's all, it's basically orc friends.
Maybe.
That's just
book,
science.
The book is flavored more to the Reaper, though, Zargan. So it's like how to crush people and get them to join you.
How to crush people and make them obey.
Mm-hmm.
So Zakara, are you moving to the to be the warden?
It looks like that's what I have to do.
Oh, you don't have to. I mean, you guys can move other people around too.
You can move to one of our spots, and we can move to Warden if you want.
We already have to make a ton of checks. That's okay. Galgrim will come back and he can be the warden again because that's the only position he wanted.
You got so skinny when you became warden.
Well, that running around the countryside, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it does that.
It's got a background for it instead of just being the token circle.
Well,
It's
like
weird.
initially you had Valis and Galgrim in there, and it had like their square portraits in there,
Well, yeah, well that was
and then I don't know.
I'm not an outdoors cat.
I think you might be.
She's touching grass for the first time.
Yeah. All right. Anyone else you'd like to put into a spot?
We do need a treasurer. We do need a magister, at least temporarily, if we want to fill it with, and an emissary now.
Yeah, and emissary. Yeah.
If we want to fill that, if we essentially that'll fill all but one of our people, right, Zargan, that we have for companions.
You have four people you could use. One is ill suited because he's a vampire.
Mm. But he could go with us on stuff too for adventures, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Two rogues.
As long as the sun's not out.
He could do magister. They could stay in a tower the whole time. It'll be fine.
I mean, he could do emissary.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was say who'd be the most appropriate for some clandestine business if not a vampire? Come on.
I mean, like, we have no problem sending him out to talk to people to get them influenced, put a little charm on them.
It's probably very persuasive.
Mm-hmm.
Drink them dry if they don't listen.
Join us or die.
Okay, so we have these people, but I feel like my question was never answered. Like, people will only fit in specific roles, and they fit some better than others, correct?
Well, you could put someone anywhere you want, but certain people, for not just RP reasons, but other things that may happen down the road, would fit in better areas.
But we
I
don't
mean,
know
I
any
mean,
of that outside
Mc-
of what we can
Well, like
piece together.
like Inris would probably not be good as a treasurer,
Now. She can count all the way up to 1.
I don't know if this would apply to this
but
game.
as a general, she'd probably be real good.
But like with the regular Kingmaker game, they have certain positions that NPCs are specifically suited for, and if you give them that position, it also automatically invests that role for them.
Someone's reading the book. You hear that, Bio?
Mhm.
You should kill her character off.
Well, I mean, that's in the freaking player, freaking
Player handout.
yeah, something like that.
It's also essentially in the Kingmaker video game, so
Yeah, but the Kingmaker video game is first edition. You can't go by that.
it's close enough.
No, in the video game, it's not. It's more like only these people can go into this office.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they
Had a
also
fucking
have like their own like bonuses, like that you like put them in there for.
Had an empty fucking treasurer spot the entire fucking playthrough. I got a fucking merc in there for a nice -4.
I haven't looked at that part. Like, pick which ones would adjust to where they should be. But you
The
guys
only
can put them where you want them now.
the only mechanical benefit is that they invest immediately into the spot if you put them in the right one. That's all the Kingmaker one does. Other than just flavor of someone
Yeah.
making sense to be in that role, that's about it.
Actually, reading the end part of Emissary, it does actually sound pretty good for Ferris because they can just be a shadow council figure, like the eunuch in Game of Thrones.
By what's your girl's name? Rebecca? Elizabeth?
Rebecca.
Okay,
I
I
was
thought
thinking probably Magister on that one. You don't have to be magical to be a Magister,
Who's
but we've
Blizzik's
also
one?
got
Is it Inris or his
Inris.
mom?
It was Inris, right?
For
Your
my
NPC.
companion is Inris, yeah, the barbarian snow goblin.
I feel like Connie would do good in Magister.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Connie.
Yeah.
Because it does say tending to how supernatural things affect ordinary citizens, promote higher learning in the arts of magic, whether arcane, divine, occult, or primal, or whatever the new version of them are, and blah 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 magic. But out of those 4, she's the only magic user, and if we're running ostensibly, at least as like partially, as a Kingdom of Narul, it seems like makes sense to have her there.
Yeah, I think Connie would be a good one there. Plus, Rebecca's our backup pilot for the skyship anyway, so
True.
I thought you were the backup pilot.
no, I'm the main pilot. I mean,
No, you
I'll
guys
probably
hired
fuck up half the time.
you guys hired people for that.
Yeah, they're the backup to the backup.
Oh, okay.
Treasure's still open.
We can still take her with us though. If just like when we leave, it's okay. That they can leave, it's okay.
Correct.
Yeah, they would have to be back for the week just like we would, so.
Yeah.
It's not like they're just sitting around twiddling their thumbs while we're out doing stuff.
Cleric
I
of
mean,
the
they could if we
Reaper,
wanted them to.
Magister of the Kingdom, and a mother. What an overworked individual. And a deadbeat dad on top of it.
No kidding.
It's fine. She can work to the bone. She'll just regenerate it. Let's see.
Ashley stabs Kruger over and over again. Oh, you don't regenerate? Stab, stab, stab.
Yeah, I'm not against Ferris being the emissary. I feel like for like the similar reason that we had Zakara and emissary, Ferris would still work in there.
They're basically the same person, just one got bit by a vampire somewhere along the line.
I wasn't even considering that. I was like, one's like purple and the other's orange.
Oh, he is actually
mean-
black now too.
One
I'd
of
say
them does have glow in the dark eyes, which is objectively cooler than our cat who does not have glow in the dark eyes. Unless
It
you
also
shine a
makes
light in
him
her
less
face.
sneaky because you can see the glow in the dark eyes. It's like, ooh, where are you? It's like you just realize, oh, I see you. Yeah,
it's
easy.
an episode of Scooby Doo. So you want Ferris as the emissary?
I'd be
Yeah.
fine with that.
He doesn't need to be a public figure, says right there in the last sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Then you need a treasurer. Inris, definitely. Or maybe like Bernie.
Well, technically, we could put Rebecca in as treasurer and put Inris as his general, and then just pull the hobgoblin out. Would that hurt him at all? Or
No.
make him not happy? Then we'd fill all our spots with the four of us and the four of our companions. Because, like we said, I mean, they can leave and come back at different times. We're not going to be taking all four companions with us anyway, so at least 3 of them will be staying to monitor while we're gone.
And I don't have access to her sheet because of the whole
I know.
like remaster, but didn't Rebecca have the feat to be able to like eyeball count something accurately? Was that keen eye or something?
Honestly, I don't know what class either Ferris or Rebecca are.
They're both rogues.
Yeah, you mean crafter's appraisal?
I think.
Let you use crafting to identify magic items.
No. I thought she had the one that lets you just like look at a jar of peanuts and like you just know how many peanuts are in there.
That was the cat. The cat has that.
Oh well. I was thinking a step like freaking feet wise that Rebecca's treasurer makes sense, but probably still would. It's
And
probably
Ferris
the
has that
second.
so he can accurately say how many times he stabbed somebody.
Probably the second smartest person in the entire group after me.
And since he's a vampire, he's basically like the Count from Sesame Street. 1, 2, 3.
I mean, Ferris's treasurer makes sense too. There was that old vampire mythos that they got to count things
have-
and they like fucking grain of rice on the ground. You distract a vampire by throwing him on the
If you
ground. He's
make him
got to stop to count
treasurer,
them.
you have to call him Count Ferris.
But we aside one little goblin with a little thing of aluminum behind him to shake it like thunder whenever he counts.
And we could absolutely make sure he doesn't skim off the top. Once he's done counting and it's all been sealed up, just put some aluminum foil on top of the container. He will never touch it.
If someone ever like walks in without like our authorization, the entire thing just starts getting misted with water and he just runs out.
We don't even need to spend extra for holy water. This works just fine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so who's going to be the treasurer?
I feel like Rebecca's a good choice.
Agreed.
And I would be okay with making Inris the general instead of what was his name again?
The random
Vandal.
hobgoblin.
What?
Vandal.
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 Rando.
I don't. Well, that wouldn't affect like his armies or anything, would it?
No.
That he brought with us.
If anything, it'd be good for his army. Now his attention's not split.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what we want to do, that's fine. I don't know if, I mean, RP wise, Vandal obviously has experience running at least like groups of soldiers. I don't know what Inris has going for her.
She's barbarian.
So nothing. Got it.
You'd be surprised how effective "do it or I'll hit you" is.
Kruger will not be surprised by that. What if you just like reassign us back in? Like, will it make the red go away?
What red?
Yes.
There's like red underneath like ruler, counselor, and viceroy because you haven't
I
moved our
don't
positions.
see that.
These culture check out from my title.
Like it's not actually doing that, but it says it.
Not on my side.
Please just put us back in, like, assign us the same spot if possible and see if
Yeah.
it gets rid of it.
Zargan, look at the general chat. I copied and pasted it. That's what it's looking like for us. So it's got words underneath ruler and, viceroy and counselor right now.
Reslot us, see if it makes it go away.
But yeah, all the ones that have moved, it's been fixed. So
I just removed the.
Yeah, it worked.
Yep. Raz.
I'm running 2 offices. I mean, if anyone can do it, it'll be me, but doesn't mean I'll have to like it.
I don't know. I've seen your dex checks. You are very good at juggling things.
Did that fix it?
Yes, it's all fixed. Thank you.
all clear.
It's strange that I don't see it on my side.
It's all about delegation, Kruger. I never did pick up that feat that lets me lie about having done something for earn income and then use deception to say that I did it.
It reminds me of like in Scrubs. I don't know if you guys seen it.
Uh-huh.
The janitor at one point like gets fired and then like they're handing out like paychecks and he just walks up, it's like, oh, you forgot mine, and she's like, oh, I'll go get it. Like she makes him a check, hands it to him. He's like, oh, I actually make double this, and then she just goes and comes back and gives him something.
Only scrubs watch Scrubs.
True.
That's why Fable watches it. Alrighty, we've changed leaders. We got them invested.
We get to make 5 rolls.
3 of us didn't move yet.
Oh yeah, that's annoying.
Who wants to roll what?
I guess we can roll for
We should roll ourselves
our
and the people who are in the position.
yeah.
I'll roll for Rebecca then. So intrigue with the +2, right?
Oh yeah, we get if you use the right check, you get a +2 circumstance bonus for your position.
I don't know
Circumcised
what a right
bonus?
check.
Yeah, that.
Posted it in general. Some of our rolls, even with that bonus,
Yeah.
might not be that good, so still worth checking them.
Statecraft. Oh, that's a good one. What's a solid one?
That's why you're not supposed to keep. That's why you're not supposed to be moving people around all the time.
I think I'll use intrigue. And
We
get a
got
+2.
bamboozled. What do you mean?
Kruger went around and asked for the loyalty of the people who said that they would have it, that he would have them, and then they bailed.
Can't believe people would lie to me.
All right, Rebecca's good.
That +2 was clutch.
Yep. Our control DC is 23 right now.
Question. We don't have a penalty against warfare right now because we've got the spots filled, or we should be getting the penalty. Because general for Inris, I need to roll warfare.
You
It
shouldn't.
should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think technically it was already filled right before this, and this is just a new one.
Yeah, we're just swapping seats. It's not a yeah.
Well, Magister was also giving a -4, and that was empty, but 'cause basically right now we're filling it. These roles are to establish if people accept the changes.
Okay. Rolling for Barbarian Girl. Come on, new week.
New week, new me.
There you go. Oh, you've got your +2 on that too, Glizzic.
Dead
So it would have been 27.
I know. All right, Kruger, roll for your woman.
Magister, statecraft. +2.
There you go. All right, Zakara, you want to roll for Ferris or you want to roll for yourself?
I'll roll for Ferris first. Let's see, emissary is
Intrigue.
intrigue.
Roll. Make sure you put the +2 on that.
We hate vampires.
I feel like it's less saying, hey, we're putting this guy in there, and more like, hey, this person's stepping out of the office, but we've got systems in place to make sure this whole thing doesn't fall apart and people aren't believing it.
You
You
know what
say
it
all
is?
those big words, Kruger's the one who's actually upset about it.
The problem is the one guy left, and Ferris can't start until late at night, so they don't know that anyone's in the position, so they just think it's open.
All right. Anything Ferris? I'm assuming you guys don't want to spend an infamy point on this.
No.
All you get is a -1 circumstance penalty to checks that they make.
That they make, correct.
Which would be nothing since he's not a PC.
Haha, nerd.
Unless an event calls for an office.
Yep. All right, Zakara, roll for yourself. You got warfare with +2.
Yay.
And nothing of value was lost. So Ferris needs to make a check
Basically every round.
at the end of the turn.
Yeah.
Oh,
At the end of the next kingdom turn.
But the leader can do something as well.
Okay.
The fourth time someone's come in to ask Kruger about the head of the emissary department, Kruger just says, stop asking.
We're done with this.
All right. Next step is adjust unrest. So you have one settlement, so unrest goes up 1.
It just always
we
goes
have
up. That's
we have
bullshit.
what?
Wait, what?
One
So we
settlement,
always have
Uh-huh.
unrest.
so it
That
goes up
doesn't
1.
no what?
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 Adjust your unrest score. Increase it by 1 for every settlement in the kingdom that's overcrowded. Or if you're at war.
Well, no, at war it's an extra +1.
Mm-hmm.
We are not overcrowded anymore.
Fine. Yeah, because you made that barracks, which somehow counts as a house.
Mm-hmm. Counts as housing.
Oh, I had maybe it's too late, but I had asked in Discord before if we could have retroactively rolled that flat check to see if we got rid of an unrest, since the only reason we skipped it is because we didn't know we had unrest at the time.
Nah, it was skipped. You can roll it now for this turn, or next phase in commerce phase if you don't collect taxes. All right, next is resource collection. Who wants to roll the resource dice?
They're D6s now.
I got
They
a
are.
hot hand.
Actually, that means you shouldn't roll.
I was awful last week. I have to do better.
You don't
I
have to.
feel like you had to tempt fate, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 2. I spent a hero point. I can't do worse. 1. I don't care who does it. Someone do it.
If he wants to do it, you can do it.
So double click the default dice.
No, you have to double click in the blue where it says resource dice.
Ah, okay. Double click or just single click?
I don't know.
Try 1 for now.
1 did nothing.
Try 2.
2 rolls dice.
All right,
So
41.
double click worked. Yep.
All right, collect commodities. You don't have any work sites, so we don't have to worry about that. Oh, by the way, when you collect commodities, if you have more than you can hold, you lose them. You don't lose them at the end of the turn. You lose them after you collect them if you can't hold them.
Wait,
Well,
Mm.
we
so
beat the lumber last time.
did we decide we're going with 13d6 or did we actually have 11?
We'll go 13 until I can figure out why. It has to be something that we're missing. I wonder if it is one per trade agreement, but it's somewhere buried in the rules.
I don't think so.
I don't
Trade
know.
agreement. Trade agreements are just a completely separate thing.
Yeah, but I don't know that, but because I can't change that. That's not like a number I can change. It's calculated by something on the sheets. So until I figure out what you mean, I mean it's only a little bit of extra resources. I'm not too worried about that, but I'll keep digging into it, trying to figure out where it's coming from. So next thing is pay consumption. Your total settlement consumption is 1. Your army consumption is 1. So you owe 2 food, or you can spend a bunch of RPs.
No,
No to the food or no to the RPs.
all of the above. You don't need any of it.
You can choose not to pay it at all if you want.
I mean, obviously, we're taking it out of food.
I'm just asking.
Paying food.
All right, food is paid. You feed your people. Yay! All right, commerce phase. Step 1, do you want to collect taxes?
We should be able to this turn if you want to.
But if we don't, we
But
can
if
just
we,
roll a.
yeah,
Yeah, let's try and get rid of unrest. I feel like
it's always good to get rid of it if you can.
So you're not collecting taxes?
Correct.
All
We don't
right.
need to. Yeah.
If you don't attempt to collect taxes, we can make that DC 11 flat check to reduce unrest. Look at Kruga, that heart of gold over there, not collecting taxes from the people to make them
All right.
happier.
Who wants to roll
he's
the
too
flat
busy
check?
out threatening people, telling them to cheer up.
Who wants to roll the flat check?
I vote Kruga. He's out there doing the good work of the Reaper, telling people to smile.
And he fails.
I can't imagine why.
All right. All right, next is approve expenses. You can tap your kingdom's resources to enhance the standard of living, or steal money from your kingdom, or do neither.
Since we're not very good at culture checks, and we try to avoid them anyway, probably don't need to worry about improved lifestyle.
I mean, our lifestyle is fine while we're in the kingdom.
Yours is you improve your peoples.
Like I said, ours is fine. While we're in the kingdom.
Kruga doesn't understand the comment.
All right,
What would that give us? A bonus to
Culture checks.
Okay.
yeah.
Something we tend to
plus 2 to
avoid.
culture checks if per crit, plus 1 if you succeed. But if you fail, then you lose on then you get hit on economy.
So I say pass on it.
Okay.
Pass on them both.
Okay. Tap commodities. You can trade commodities if you wish.
Do we even have an excess? Let's see. No, not really.
So
Unless
don't
you
have
want
any work
to.
sites.
Yep, no work sites. The other kingdoms just all like they got more wood. They know what to do with. They can do this like every round.
All right. So you're not trading anything?
Nah, I don't think we really have. I mean,
Does trading just mean selling, or does it also mean buying?
you're trading commodities for bonus RP at the next kingdom turn.
I think we're okay.
Basically, you are selling your commodities off.
Yeah, basically.
I think we're fine for the moment,
All
personally.
right.
Yeah.
Step 4, manage trade agreements.
And we didn't do this last turn, right?
You did not.
So we should do it this time.
Yes.
You spend 2 RPs per trade agreement you wish to manage,
Which
and
we have
then you
2 of,
roll a
right?
check. Yep.
Arity and what was the other one?
Eastern Realms.
Eastern Realms.
Glizzic, by the way.
Mm,
Are we are you trying to vassalize your goblin village, or are we trying to
yes.
trade
Yes,
agreement them?
we're trying to make them part one of us because that's in
One
the
of
mountains.
us.
And if we can grab it as a hex or whatever, we could mine there too, right?
Do the
it's a
tiles
mountain
have to
hex.
be contiguous
Yes.
to be considered
Technically,
part of the kingdom?
yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, they're a
A
free state, something like that. Yeah, there's a different whole set of rules. They're yours, but they're technically not.
And then there's penalties for it.
Well, it's up to you guys. I wanted to try and vassal them somehow.
I mean, I feel like maybe we could try to do trade agreement with them until they can be vassalized, but that's later. We can worry
Sure.
about that later.
We
I mean,
keep
the way
doing
you
trade
guys roll,
agreement, and
it'll
then
be a long time later.
keep doing trade agreement, and they're like all fine. It's like now we're gonna embrace your blue jeans.
And play Age of Wonders 4. Oh, you're joining me one day, but for now, you're giving me half of your fucking income.
All right, manage trade agreement. If you succeed, you get resource dice next turn or commodities next turn.
I say we do it and we tap them both because we got plenty of RP. Because we only need 22 for the town hall, so we got plenty.
Yeah.
Well, if we get a success, we actually get the RP right away. Right?
Yeah, if
Or is that a
we
different one?
No.
Oh, that's a different one.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
this
at
is all at the start of your next kingdom turn.
yes.
Yeah.
You gotta give them time to send you the delivery. What do you think this is? Overnight Amazon?
So you can
We have a
spend
magister.
2. You can
Everything's
spend
magic now.
you can spend
Like-
2
like
RPs
Genie.
or 4, and that depends on how much you get back. It's one roll. You cannot do like one for each. It's one roll to handle both or just one of them.
Do them both. Do them both.
Yeah, let's do them both.
All right, so that's 4 RPs.
And we make a basic check.
Are you trying for a particular commodity or you want more research points?
Let's see what our result is. Let's see if they're even willing to trade this time. Because it depends on what the result is. Like, and you
All
can
right, who's
can
rolling
say
the
what
trade
your
skill?
I will. Why not? Oops, that's my sheet. That's not the kingdom.
I mean, you're plus 15, so
Lots of 13s today.
that's a success. So let me make a note here.
Just a regular old success. We get to
You get-
choose between one bonus resource die per trade agreement. So 2 RD next round,
or 2
or
commodities of your choice.
yeah.
I think commodities are probably better.
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah.
say I think we need the resources, but what 2 do we want?
I mean, assuming we
mean-
can get lumber up and going, we're probably going to need to import stone for a good little bit.
But I know buildings usually take a lot of lumber. Well, it depends what we get, but
I know we got quite a store for food and we're a little low.
You have enough for next turn.
And hopefully we'll be
Nothing
able to
happened.
build a farm.
Great time.
History says maybe don't hold our breath on that, but yeah.
I mean, we might be able to get it knocked down to 1 turn as we finally get whichever Invictus. Like, we're like, eat these berries. I don't care what they taste like.
Well, we can always use RP to pay for food if we have to. For some reason, if we have one extra consumption,
More
we can't
expensive,
do.
yeah.
But we do need lumber. We do need stone to build
All
for
right.
our building. So I would say commodities for those 2.
Lumber or stone.
I'd say stone personally.
Well, I'll
I
give
mean,
you a hint.
Zakar also said that
What
like
do
a
you
lot
want
of
to
stuff
build
needs
this
lumber.
turn? Look to see what you want to build and see what you need.
oh, we wanted to build a town hall, but we have squatters there.
Gotta
So
deal with them first.
I was trying to yell snowman, but I had a mouthful of food. We want to
Well,
build
I mean,
a snowman.
leadership is
assuming
before building, so
assuming even if we can clear them, we would need 4 lumber and 4 stone for a town hall. So
Well, I thought it was it 4 and 4?
Yeah, it's 4 and 4.
yes, 4 and 4. So even if we can clear the squatters, I don't think we can even do it this round.
Well, we
'Cause I
could do
think
actions to.
sure, as well as actions to get rid of the squatters and the unrest, and
Yeah,
assuming
we
everything
can
goes off
do.
without a hitch, we could probably do it all. But let's.
I mean, we can do 1 and 1. It doesn't hurt to have
it
either
has to be
one
the
of them,
same.
and
It
it's not
has to be
like
the
we're.
same.
It does.
Yes,
What? It's 2 different like people though.
it's one trade.
Go for the stone. We better
It's
try to get
it
lumber.
says 1 commodity of your choice per trade agreement.
Oh yeah, it does say that, but okay, it's worded different than the RPs.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, you can pick one from each of them.
Cool.
So what do you want?
Send me your finest rocks.
I'd say 1 of each because that'd give us what we need.
Yeah, just in case we can't manage to
Remember,
get it
this
this
is
turn.
next turn
Right,
anyways.
next
You don't
turn.
get it. Yeah.
We got some problems to deal with first, but if we're doing multiple turns, then it'll come back up to it.
All
This
right,
will at least ensure that we get it.
you got some lumber and stone coming in on by ship. All right, that's it for the commerce phase. Leadership phase. You each have
All right.
2.
Probably start trying to get rid of these squatters. We
Oh,
need
we also have
a
unrest.
Let's get rid of the
yeah
unrest first.
unrest first.
Unrest first.
You should recruit an army to consume more food. All right, you can quell unrest with a multitude of skills. And who wants to do it as their action?
Well, Kruger was out there trying to tell people how to smile, so I think he should try to continue his actions and maybe quell some unrest. I feel like is probably a good one.
Quell unrest warfare.
Your feet crush descent can only happen when you gain unrest. You could
That's fine.
once per kingdom turn, you could roll to try to crush it.
If
Yeah,
only
that's fine.
anyone could remember that.
I'm talking about quell unrest, the
I
actual
know.
action.
I just wanted to look up the other thing and see what that would do. All right, so who's quelling?
I can quell.
What skill are you using?
Quell unrest warfare. Was this important enough we wanted to try and use 2 things in order to get whatever the aid is that I already forgot is?
The +1.
The
I mean,
focus.
it's just 1 unrest. Like you got a plus 13 to the roll. You our
50
control
50.
DC is 23. It's slightly less than 50-50 because we got a -1.
Did we end up taking that feat last time for the?
That's a good thing you said that. What you guys didn't pick a feat. You talked about several, but you never said which one you wanted.
I thought we settled on one.
Sounded like we were leaning towards cooperative leadership. I don't know if we ever
Oh yeah,
decided
because
on that.
of aid all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we did. It was
That
that
one.
one or one other one. But yeah, that's fine.
And how do I add a feat?
Wasn't really too much of a choice at this level. There's not a lot of kingdom feats.
Well, it's nice. One more level. It'll when we get to 11, that cooperative leadership basically turns failures into successes.
And there's a few different ones that can get rid of unrest. Another one is rest and relax.
Not allowed.
Or provide care.
What's it called?
Cooperative leadership.
If we were to do provide care, if you get a crit on that, we could also reduce a ruin.
Yeah, that's a tricky one though, because our DC is a little high to shoot for a critical. I mean, if it happens, it happens.
That's true.
Because it's the defense. Yeah, based off defense.
How do
So
I?
we would have to get. We would have to get a 33, which means
On that 20.
yeah.
How the hell do I add a feat?
But it is a plus 13, same as warfare.
Yeah, trade is our best at 15, I think, though. If you want to do rest and relax trade to help with the unrest.
Plus, if we crit succeed that one, the next activity would get a +2 bonus.
Oh. I don't see an add feat button.
That's weird. You had to put it in there initially somehow because
I know. That's yeah.
Is there a thing where you can like unlock it or something for the screen?
No. All right. Well, you guys went in what cooperative leadership was it?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yep. Page 36.
All right.
So instead of getting a +1, which we were getting before, we'll get a +3 when we aid, essentially, with the focus action. The rest of the stuff doesn't happen until we're at 11th level, which we're not yet.
All right. So let's go ahead and start our. So Kruger, you want to quell unrest using warfare, right?
If did we want to do that, or did we want to try and do one of the other ones?
Our odds are better if we do rest and relax using trade.
Yeah, we do
And
help
then,
with it. It like improves it even further because it'd
yeah,
be 3 more, so be 80%, assuming we get the thing pulled off, which shouldn't be too awful.
I can make that roll as one of my actions.
So you're doing rest and relax trade instead?
I
Yes.
refuse to help rest and relax.
Kruger just sits there and just malds on his throne.
And Raz, you want to do focus thing?
Huh?
Are you doing the aid?
I
No,
think
I'm doing
Raz
the
is doing
roll.
the action.
Yeah, Kruger already used one of his, so I'll just use one of mine.
I haven't used mine yet.
He didn't use anything.
Oh,
Wait, so I can.
Kruger failed the flat check to lose unrest for no taxes.
Just means I got to keep taxing them then. They're not going to be happy. They're not going to be happy.
until they realize that they should have been. I can make the roll.
So you're doing rest and relax?
Yeah, for trade.
Anybody going to help?
Those are their actions to decide with.
All right. Sounds like no one's helping you.
I think we're okay.
That is a
26.
success.
Reduces unrest by 1. Get the fuck out of here. Turns out, Kruger, the secret was just a Saturday market at the town square.
Oh, I think if you would have rolled the rest and relax roll, it would have automatically adjusted its stuff. If you open up the nation turns and go to the leadership tab, all the abilities are there, and you can actually roll right from there. And I think it'll automatically adjust it.
Or just
on
make
what
the
you.
trade roll.
I know you already made it. I'm just saying, if you rolled from the leadership actions page instead of the skill page,
Like it has automation, you mean?
correct.
Mm.
And it also has a thing there you can pop up and see what every action does.
Kruger's gonna quell unrest warfare to make people even happier. Get negative unrest.
Negative
That's
unrest.
not how that works, but okay.
That's not unrest. That's just rest.
All right, who wants to do an action?
We should probably square away the squatters.
How do we do that?
You said politics.
It's a
starting,
politics roll.
Yep.
And
which
get
is
some bonus from the viceroy, which is Glizik.
Yep.
Yes.
I don't know how the bonus works, but
Well, no, it's affected by the viceroy. So if you didn't have one,
No, if it's invested, you get a
correct.
bonus.
So
So
Glizik, you want to use a politics check, huh?
I want to try and get rid of those squatters, one way or the other.
I will help.
Little Timmy style. They're going in the river.
I like how it says if the settlement has a sewer system, you get a bonus because you just kick them into the sewer.
Ooh, yeah. We'll have it down
BRB
below.
building a sewer.
All right, Kruger, you want to do a help?
Yeah, I'll help. That just means I roll the same check, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the focused attention, it has a thing, but it says engineering for some reason.
Choose another leader in a kingdom skill, then you check the DC 20 check using the chosen skill.
Oh, it's
And then
just
if it's-
DC 20.
Yeah. And then if you are successful, that's what it says. On a success, you will gain them a +3 because of our feat.
Yep.
Woo! All right, politics.
Do it. Oh,
Did he do it?
No. He's
did.
pulling a Glizik this week.
I haven't nat whatted or crit failed. Leave me alone.
3 ones in a
That was
row.
close though.
All right, Glizik, go ahead and roll your politics check.
This is
Okay.
DC 20.
Do you want me to just do it straight from politics, or is there some
Yeah,
action I
nope,
can use
straight
on that?
from the politics.
Okay.
Straight from the political side of it, Glizik.
No additional bonuses for me being viceroy.
Nope.
Set up
it-
20.
let's get one.
It should add on the hold on the
Yes.
on the turn sheet. Go down to the bottom tab where it says events.
Yeah.
Open up the squatter event.
With the arrow.
Yep.
Wait,
Okay.
did you just open it up?
I just opened it up.
It just changed from a +10 to a +12 for me when you opened
Oh
it
yeah.
up.
Yeah, I see it
Nice.
now.
That's
Skill
hot.
bonus. Because I have viceroy checked off here.
Yeah.
Ooh, so here's the question. What kind of bonus is this?
Circumstance bonus.
Okay, so it would only been a +1 if I succeeded anyway, technically speaking. Because the
I'm already in 2.
the
Okay.
aid
Oh,
is
yeah.
also circumstance.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and roll from this sheet where it has the +12 there.
Yep. Yeah. Doesn't want to let me. Come on. Okay, click on the +12, not on the die next to it.
Correct.
Infamy.
I feel like it's probably worth.
Yeah, I think so. What do you think, Kyle?
But for the fail, probably.
Yeah. Because it's just going to keep happening if we don't.
Uh-huh.
Spending that infamy.
Uh-huh.
All right, roll it again.
Much better.
There you
go.
go.
Success.
Do we want to crush descent on one unrest?
Yeah,
I
might as
say
well.
so. They try to relocate and reintegrate with other citizens, but there is some strife. Crush it.
He just smacked them and yelled, "No strife."
Not that this would have changed the outcome. Crush Ascent says +1 to resolve dangerous events.
It is
Oh,
considered a dangerous event.
okay. I mean, it's
Got
only
that tag.
+1, so it's not going to like bump that up at all.
This is not an event. The event is resolved. You're using a feat to stop the unrest
No, I know that, but in general, Crush Descent gives a +1 to resolve dangerous events.
with the quell unrest roll. Yes.
Hmm. No, in addition, you get a +1 status bonus to checks to resolve dangerous kingdom events that involve internal bickering, such as feud. And apparently, at least according to bio, squatters.
Well,
I
squatters is
mean,
a dangerous event.
I was gonna
So
say like the unrest is caused by a dangerous event. I feel like it would apply, but that's just me.
And it's a status, not a circumstance, so it would stack.
I don't care. It's only a +1.
Truth, but for future, if that makes the difference. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But
It's only a +1 on dangerous events.
So here's a question. We also have quick recovery, which says +4 status to end an ongoing harmful event. Is that an ongoing harmful event?
it is continuous.
What do
I'm
you
not
have?
sure what. It's called quick recovery. It's a feat that we have at. I was looking at this
Oh, there
4th
it is.
level. Because a +4 would make that a 33, which would make that a critical success, I believe.
Wait, but you said it's a +4. Was it +4
Status.
status? Oh, okay.
Yeah, just whenever you attempt a skill check, it says to end an ongoing harmful kingdom event. You get
Oh,
Yeah.
+4
considered
status.
squatters harmful.
Well, I think they are a harmful event because it's not beneficial to the
Yeah,
kingdom.
it's got the dangerous trait.
Yeah, it says continuous dangerous settlement for the keywords.
Yeah,
So we get a +4 to that.
I would say yeah. So that would
Woo!
turn that 29 into a 33,
We don't even need to
which
crush
means, yep,
dissent.
correct. There's no unrest.
I'm so glad I was looking at our pizza.
Hey, we're learning. Good job, people.
Thank you, thank you. I figure if I'm not gonna get unrest down by trying to make everyone smile, I could do it by preemptively knowing what my
And that
kingdom
earns you
can do.
guys 30 experience. Woohoo!
Woo!
All right. That's 2 events used, or 3 actions used.
Okay, what else to do? Leadership.
So Kara has 2, everyone else has 1.
So now, if we can get 1 more stone and 1 more lumber, we would have enough to build later.
You can purchase commodities.
I'd be willing to use one of mine for that.
Well, remember, the stuff you just got on your trade agreements doesn't show up till next turn.
I know.
Yeah.
So you
I
have
know.
3 lumber and 2 stone. Don't you need 4? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at ore. Never mind. I'm stupid. If you do a purchase commodities and succeed, you gain 2 of the one you're trying to buy. If you
Yeah,
fail, you get 1.
and it costs 4 RP.
Correct.
Either way, I think it's worth if we're able to rush it because we have enough RP to get it squared away. Even if
And
we do it twice and even fail twice.
the first time that we did it in the past, we ended up getting way more than we needed because we got a crit success. So we got 4 lumber that we lost 2 of whatever. But then you get to choose a second type of commodity then if you do crit.
Yeah.
So if you're all really good, let's just do it in once.
I'll
Um,
I'll use an action for that. I haven't used any yet.
if she doesn't crit, then
What are you
I'll
trying
do
to
it.
buy?
Let's go for stone first.
All right. Open up that action and roll it.
Success.
Spend 4 RPs.
Oh, hey, since we got a crit success on that last check, we got another infamy, right?
Yes.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. Thank you.
We're learning. We're out
So
here.
29, that's a success. You gain 2 stone.
So we're up to 5. So we just need what? One more lumber?
Yeah, I'll roll for it unless someone else had a burning desire to.
Just so you know, because it doesn't say this because when you collect your resources at the beginning turn, you can't go over your max. But I think during the turn you can temporarily go over your max until the end.
Yeah, because you
Okay.
said the
Beginning-
excess doesn't get cold until you collect resources, correct? Or
Well,
whatever it is in that previous phase.
correct. And right on the upkeep phase when you collect your resources, anything that goes over your max you can store is lost.
Okay. So
I
like
know,
But
having
if you
yeah.
gain extra here, it's not lost until the end of the turn.
I know that's what you said last time, but I don't think we can go over that amount even in the middle of it.
I don't know, but I mean you're not gonna so. All right, so that's
Yeah.
one action for each you. You each have one left.
Everyone okay if I purchase more commodities?
Yeah.
Sure.
What are you trying to buy, Kruger?
Where's the...
Purchase commodities.
we need lumber.
Lumberg.
So lumber. I'll be trying to purchase lumber.
All right, you roll it on that thing, on that action.
Consistency.
You got it. So you got 2 lumber.
And I'm no longer burdened by leadership. I sit back and relax.
There you go. All
Oh,
right.
and I wasn't. I think did we use the crush descent thing?
Nope.
No,
No.
So we have one on rest right now.
no.
No.
Oh,
So
that's
we-
because we got a crit success. Okay.
Yep. All right. Who's next? You each have one. Everyone but Kruger has one left.
If you wanted to try to establish a trade agreement with your goblin village, you would have to send a diplomatic envoy first.
Not pledge of fealty warfare.
No.
Your eyes. I don't see diplomat. What's it under?
Send diplomatic envoy. That's the first step to making you can't establish a trade agreement until you've done send a diplomatic envoy first.
And you have to do that to do pledge of fealty too. Because it says when your representative encounters them.
Okay. It's not a great chance, but I don't know why it's plus 11 that says only 45% chance.
Because your difficulty is 23.
Send a diplomatic envoy. The DC of the check is the group's negotiation DC, which Sargon's going to have to look at that. See the sidebar on page 519. Every settlement has their own DC, and that's basically what we're up against.
Crappy Goblin should be low. We hope.
Maybe. We're not at war with them, so we don't have to worry about the penalty.
So what do you're just sending one to open up relations, right?
Cold
Right.
Flock Tribe. Yep.
Yeah, the first thing you got to do is send an envoy to basically say, hey, we want to work with you in the future. Once you've done that, then you can do the trade agreement or the pledge of fealty.
Okay.
We're basically extra ensuring, hey, we're not the idiot who was here before in this specific case.
All right. So I've got that particular actions page open, and I'm going to click on
Hold on a second.
the plus 11 when you're ready.
Yeah, the DC of the check is the group's negotiation DC. See the sidebar on page 519.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
Okay.
We'll see if it
see
works.
I see the number changed.
Yep.
Come on. Ah, it was a 14.
Oh.
That's going to be a failure unless you want to spend your infamy just to try to save it.
I don't think it's that important that we save it this
Ah.
turn.
We get a bonus on the next kingdom turn if we try again next time.
Okay. We get +2 in the future, Zargan.
Huh? Make a note.
Next turn, not
Yes,
in the
next turn.
future.
Yeah. But I mean, just so we can remember it.
Wait, which skill did you use?
It came up as statecraft.
Because we can actually choose between
If we could do trade, it'd be amazing. But yeah,
intrigue, statecraft, or warfare. But certain groups will respond better or worse to specific skills.
well, statecraft was the lowest of all three of those choices.
Yeah,
'Cause
the other two would have been 13.
better. Yeah, which would have made it a 20. I don't know if that would have made any difference for us or not.
Did you want to try the other one of the other ones? Which one you want to use?
I would feel that warfare would be to impress them because their goblins would have been a better choice. But still, it's only 20. We have to hit 23, right?
Well, it's
You don't
the
know.
negotiation DC, so yeah, we don't know. And it could be different depending on the check.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking.
I believe that we failed it regardless what we use. Just for the future, we could use something else. Is knowledgeable.
So you
So
don't want to. So you're staying with statecraft then?
Yeah, I'm not going to
Okay.
metagame it after the fact with a different skill. But is there a way for us to switch it when we open up that menu? Maybe by
There's not.
clicking on the skill. Okay. So we could just add like a +2 or something to the roll or whatever if it's different.
I
Yeah.
blame your dad.
I gave them my dad. That was a
Alright.
peace offering. They can burn him at the stake.
Raz and Sakara, you guys have an action left.
You dropping your dad off is the reason why I didn't succeed.
Oh, he's the person that
Yeah.
is running the town now, and they said, no, I'm good.
No, they're just so annoyed by him that they're like, yeah,
Yep.
we're gonna hold off on this for right now.
Hmm.
I think I'm going to try some sort of repair reputation.
Fable.
I was looking at that too.
We sent a diplomatic envoy, and he met my father, who was in a pillory, like Mad Mardigan and Willow, and he talked the guy into letting him out. He killed the guy and wandered off. Envoy never made it there.
What do you guys thinking about doing? Repair reputation?
Reputations.
You should do corruption and use that art skill.
Sweet
It's
corruption.
real close to the same level as the other ones you got.
I'm thinking crime because that's based off trade.
We can't do the arts one. We have to be trained in it.
Uh-huh. Which is why
And that's your highest one.
Yeah, we pretty much said that for corruption, and when we built this, that we are going to use the freebie we get every once in a while to just get rid of the corruption one. And then the other three we have decent numbers in.
thinking reduce crime because it's the next highest one, which would be trade.
Which is
that's
a good roll.
I think that's what I'll use mine on.
All right, go ahead and roll that.
That was almost a 20.
And you didn't roll it on the skill again, but okay. That's a failure.
What, 23?
What?
Yeah, when you repair reputation,
Oh yeah,
your
the
DC +2.
is +2. Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
See, if you rolled it on the actual action, it has all that. So you fail to reduce and you cannot attempt this one again for one kingdom turn. All right, Sakara, what are you doing?
Let's see. Can't do crime, and decay and strife are the same for 2 and 2, and also +13.
Yep.
I'll just try strife.
All right, rolling on that action though.
So in 19.
Damn it.
At least it wasn't a critical fail
Yep.
That's true.
by 1.
All right. That's it for your leadership actions. Region actions.
Time to
Abandon
start.
Hex.
Time to
There's
start
the
trying
map.
these work sites again.
There's the map that you'll probably want to see.
I feel like there probably hasn't been too much of a change in our intent here. We probably still want a lumber yard and a farm.
So red's claimed, blue means recon, and yellow is not recon.
Correct. I wanted something separate because like you might think those ones up there in the corner are recon, but they're
Mhm.
not.
I appreciate your selection of colors. It's easy for me.
Is it? Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, the yellow.
Nobody
is
ever remembers Naughty.
Nope.
Yellow is close to the green, but at least these yellow, red, blue, I could differentiate. It could be blue or purple. Who knows? Could be yellow or green. Who knows?
So
Could be
what's
red.
in those particular squares, geographically speaking?
It's just like flatlands
Ah, okay.
on the map. That shows something there, but that's actually just like where the on the map where the town is on the world map.
Okay.
Where he drew the green blobs is the forest ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everything else is plains.
And if you see that pin southwest of your city, that's where your army is.
That's
And
where the
army.
first one is.
You see that pin there, right?
we do.
Okay. If you click on it, it'll open up
Oh,
the
that's where they all are?
Well, yeah, they're out. They can't be in the town.
They don't have to be in separate hexes to do their foraging.
No, it
Oh,
says they
okay.
cannot be in a settlement.
Yep.
Remember, these aren't like 50,000 man armies.
Sect Invictus needs to get it together.
It's just such a college town for armies. It's all soldiers, hardly any people.
Yep.
If you're wanting to eventually incorporate your goblin village into the kingdom, you should probably start claiming hexes, working your way up to them so that they're connected when that happens.
Which means
So
you got a lot of reconning to do.
that'd be a
Mhm.
lot of time.
And we don't have a lot of those recon.
We'll get there eventually.
We should probably get the places close to us recon first.
Well, yeah, I like the forest sections. And things like
Remember,
we need to do.
to recon a hex, the PC, like a PC can do it, or you can hire adventurers to do it.
If you're adopting that one, Zargi, you may want to like post your version of it so people know what the action's actually getting them.
No, they don't need to know that.
I was actually going to ask, though, you're talking about the leadership activity, not just like hiring someone in.
Correct. It's a leadership activity. Correct.
Yeah, I pitched him the thing I let you guys do with hire adventurers. I don't know if he's changed it.
As of right now, I have not.
But
So
we can use downtime for the PCs
Correct.
as well, right?
Yes. Okay. PCs, not like you can't send like Inris out there.
yeah, the one I pitched him is letting hire adventurers reconnoiter depending on their success up to like 3 zones, which is terribly inefficient compared to what PCs could do, but
PC could do one hex a day, isn't it?
pretty well, yeah, before any sort of difficult terrain.
Yeah.
So Zargan, since our druid is out there reconning in the wilderness for us,
No.
his downtime is actually going to be established as something to do one hex a day.
Nope.
We take it 3 months.
Nope.
So my vote is 1 farmland, 1 lumber, and maybe clearing a hex
Claiming.
or claiming. Right?
Say you don't need to
rather.
clear nothing yet.
I need to AFK for a bit.
Yeah, because we can claim up to 2, but we don't have enough actions to do 2 yet. But we get a bonus when we do it.
Also, remember, we forgot about this last time, but when I was updating stuff. If you do a river hex, like the one to the left that's reconned at the top, you can do 2 actions on that hex. Well, not on that hex, but you can do 2 actions as one if they're both river hexes.
So we could get the one northeast of us and the one southeast of that by where the L for Lark Point is.
No, you
Wait,
couldn't grab either of those because the ones in yellow are not recons. You don't know what's there. You can't claim them.
Uh,
that was that something that we got during the kingdom creation?
Correct. It's your heartland terrain. You guys picked river. So on your heartland terrain, you can do 2 civic actions on it, and and or 2 regional actions, I believe, in place of 1. Now they're -2 each, but you get 2. Yeah, if you go to the feats page on your kingdom and click on the favored land, once per kingdom turn during the region activity steps of the activity phase, you can attempt 2 region activities simultaneously as long as both activities take place in the same hex. Oh yeah, and I guess on the same hex, and as long as they are um both and the hex contains the same activity. So you can like claim it and try to establish like like farmland there or something, and that only counts as one regional activity.
We're talking about the red hex though.
The red hex, like where the army is, you that's claimed, but you could try two different regional activities at once on that if you wanted to instead of one. Once per turn, you could do that. Has to be in the same hex. Like you could try to build roads and establish a farmland there. Now both those checks will be -2, but you can do 2 as and it would only cost you one action.
does the coastal stuff also count as river territory or not?
No,
Like,
the stuff to the east, no.
no, I meant like stuff to the south of us, like where the forest is. Okay.
No, that is well, that'd be like, ocean or something, coastal.
Okay. Well, I mean, we could try to establish farmland and also gather livestock then, couldn't we? To get more food commodities.
Wait, established farmland and
Gather livestock or go fishing.
oh,
Either one will work.
Yeah.
Although livestock is a wilderness check, so it's +13. Fishing would only be +11.
Or you could do harvest crops. Well, that's +11 though.
So are you talking about this place right here that I just marked with
No,
black?
Well,
no,
you could do it there, yes. Or where the pin is.
Or the army?
yeah. Either one would work fine.
Well, if you're gonna do farmland though, you have to put it where the army is, or else you can't get the food out of it for free.
we
Okay.
could I um we could try to maybe so for established farmland, it has to be on a hex that's within our influence
It
and
does
our
not, but but you don't get the free harvesting of it.
wait,
During upkeep phase, you collect all the farmland for free within your influence.
no, but
Which is currently how many
1.
radius? All right, so everything one ring around our capital.
Correct.
so if you could have sworn there was a requirement for that.
What, to establish farmland?
Yeah,
No, it has to be clear terrain, and you have to own it.
no, but let me find it.
Let's say the hex is in the influence of one of your settlements.
Yeah, it's listed as a requirement at the top. I don't see it in Fantasy Grounds, but in the book it says that. The player's guide.
What page is on?
Oh, in the player's guide, it's 26. The Kingmaker player's guide.
Oh yeah, I see it. So it has to be plains or hills, and it has to be within your influence.
That's a rough check. It's DC +5. Is that only if it's hills?
Only if it's
Kind of
hills.
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
If
So
it's plains, you spend 1 RP and you roll a normal check. If it's hills, you spend 2 RP and then you roll gets your check +5.
so we could try to establish farmland and gather livestock in that one hex, right?
You can.
Would be a -2 to both checks. We failed the farmland
No,
one
we
3 times.
should. I mean, we only have a 45% to establish farmland as is. Do you want to make that a 1 in 3 chance?
Mhm.
I mean, you don't have to do that. I'm just letting you know to remember that on the river hexes, you guys can do 2 actions for 1.
Quick question. If it's a thing where we don't really need to claim a hex, can we try and establish farmland on 2 different spots here this time?
For 2
Because it
different actions, yes.
right, but I'm asking the other players, would it be more useful? Because I don't see grabbing 1 hex that we're not going to do anything with for a while. We can grab 2 next turn if we want to, because we have a feat that lets us do that. I think getting the food and the lumber going are more important to try and do those double now. You know what I mean? If we make the roll, we make the roll. Great. If we don't, I'd like to keep plugging away at the farm and the lumber camp.
I'm confused. I don't know what you're talking about.
We have 3 actions.
Mm-hmm.
Action 1 is going to be the farm. Action 2 is going to be the lumber camp. But if we fail either one of those, instead of claiming a hex, let's just throw that at those same things again.
Yes, that is what
Yeah.
I think we should do as well.
Yeah, because we can always catch up on claiming hexes later if we need to.
Yeah, I'm fine with that because we only have, I think 25 is the next size jump, and we're at 10.
What do you think, Bio?
He's AFK, I think.
We got 3 out of 4. It's fine.
Yep.
Yeah, we got a quorum.
Well, we can start. We can start with what we were gonna do anyway.
Sure.
All right. So establish farmland. Which hex? You got the one that the army's in, or the one south of the city. It's only 2 that qualify.
If
Wait, why is it
we
only those 2?
It has to be within influence of one of your settlements.
Oh, is influence different than claim?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
So where the capital is, and then a 1 hex ring around it is all we have.
Right, because it's only a town. When it gets
Interesting.
bigger, when the settlement gets bigger, your influence goes out farther. Didn't you ever play Civilization?
Yeah.
As the city gets bigger, you can claim more, do more stuff in hexes around it.
Yeah, because they're claimed.
No, because that's not true. In Civ, you have your culture area, and that's claimed. But this isn't Civ. But so you have 2 locations you could try to establish farmland on, your choice, and where the army is does not affect that at all.
I would go for the south one since we're only planning on doing 1 activity in that hex anyway. Then we can save the one that's by the river, or possibly 2 if we want.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go south. Do you want to put like an F on the hex or something so we know it's a farm or what?
Well, you have to make the roll first.
No, you can
Never.
just trust us. We're
No.
fine.
So whoever's rolling it, open up the established farmland, and
So
when you're feeling brave,
we're playing with the optional rule where once we fail a certain number of times, we just get it, right?
no.
The lemon roll law.
The golf rules. Mulligan. Pick up your ball. We get a farm.
So spend a research point.
Does it cost a
Spend.
resource point?
Yep.
Mhm.
1 for plains, 2 for hills, it said.
Ah,
And there's the only things you can build it in. Luckily, we're flat, so it's cheaper.
So who's rolling this? Open up the established farmland thing and double click it, and we'll see what happens.
My rolls haven't been great today, so
I was pointing at Sun.
Oh, okay. Sure, I'll fail it. Damn it.
no.
You wish to spend your infamy.
No.
All right.
Try again.
Should we try and do the lumber since it's a better chance of?
I'll throw out the lumber if you want, and then we can try another farm one afterwards.
Yeah.
Can we do same hex, Sargon, or do we have to try where the pin is now for the established farm?
Nothing says if you fail, you can't try the same spot again.
Yeah, just as you fail to establish it.
We tried first attempt was at the beginning of the week, second attempt at the end of the week.
Oh, we forgot to bring the seeds. That's what was wrong.
Ah. We're supposed to plant the plants, not the animals. Dang it. Just see hooves sticking out of the ground.
Yep.
All right. On the tab for established work site, lumber camp,
Yep.
and we're shooting for the one that is 1, 2, 3 south of the capital.
Yep,
Yeah,
the
the
one
only
that's
one that we have.
yeah, the only
Yeah.
one you have that that would be
Yep.
lumber.
Cool. All right, comes the roll. Episode 20. All right, what's more important? Lumber or food, people?
So you spent 4 RPs.
4? Should only be 2. Oh wait, there's 4 to do the lumber site.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, which one should we go for?
And then you fail, you gain an arrest.
Crush it.
You can try.
What?
You gain and that's a oh no, that's just a failure. It's not. It's almost a crit fail.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about?
Crush it anyway. Crush those trees.
I think we should probably do food.
It's more important.
Yeah, even though it's less likely to happen. Sound
we
good?
did, yeah, I mean, we built up our lumber and we have another one coming, so.
Yeah.
Who's rolling it?
I guess I am. Well, please, no rule. I know this ain't exactly your domain, but we clearly need help.
Wait.
How am I supposed to kill people on an empty stomach?
Are we supposed to read the prayer to the Reaper before we roll these things or something?
Maybe.
Oh, we have to consecrate the land. We got to kill something and bury it in the soil, then make the farm on top.
Wait
That's
a
what the
minute.
cows
Where's
were for.
what happened to the dwarf?
Sow it with blood.
All right, Kruger, go for it.
Please.
Huzzah!
Oh!
Huzzah!
Oh, is that a
Times
crit? I think
charm.
that's a crit.
It is not.
Damn it. So close to a crit, we get 2 farms.
Nope.
I'll use the infamy and try and get a crit.
Yeah. Got a 5% chance.
There you go. But we all know what'll happen is you'll fail.
We
I will
did
be
it.
making the roll, though.
We finally have farmland.
It's so precious.
All right,
And then
that's
the army
one
walks
RP.
across it, picks up all the food as they forage.
All right, you have a farmland.
We did it.
And that's the end of your regional activities. Now civic. You get 1 civic activity.
Build a town hall. Go.
Yep.
Are you back yet? Chirp, 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 chirp. All in favor of town hall?
I
Town hall.
Have to get rid of the squatters on the map there.
Get
Yeah, how
out
do
of
we
here,
pull up
squatters.
So you want to build a town hall, huh?
So you
How
want
do
to be a
we-
hero, kid.
where do we go to pull up the map?
It's under notes in under kingdom. Or I can do that.
Thank you.
Bye, Bio. He hates us.
I
Now
have
we got to
dragged
fill
that down to my.
another spot of leadership. Yeah, I did the same, Fable. I was like, right on down.
I'm probably gonna do that with Invictus map too.
All right. Your check is a 16. Or not a 16, is it?
DC 16?
Yeah, maybe.
Sold. We get a plus 13 on the roll.
Does that
If you
sound
look at
right?
sounds good to me. It's based on how difficult the building is.
Yeah,
So
I think the buildings
tiny.
have their own DCs if I remember.
Yes.
Because this
Town
is something we
Hall.
build if we were not
Yeah,
at
DC
level we're
16.
at.
You either roll defense, industry, magic, or statecraft, whatever you're trained in out of those, with a DC 16.
Defense trained, engineering trained. What was the other one?
Magic
Statecraft?
and statecraft.
Not trained in either of those. So defense
Defense or
or
industry.
engineering. Yeah, they're both based on statecraft, but
Not engineering, industry.
that's based on economy. Same number. It's plus 13. So however we roll, it'll be plus 13.
Just roll it on the skill page because there's no crit or nothing. So you have to spend 22 RP, which you guys just have one enough. You have 23. 4 lumber, 4 stone. You don't have the stone. Oh no, yeah, never mind.
We got stone.
If we
I
crit
know.
succeed, we do only use half the commodities, or you get back half the commodities.
Right, you still spend all the RPs.
Yeah. All right, who's rolling this one?
That's next in line.
What was that?
Your next line. You're just continue to roll.
Is he sounding the robot to you guys too?
Yeah, I think he's
Yeah.
getting hit by Milton.
Sorry.
Let's see. What did we decide we were rolling?
I believe defense or industry. I think he typed it in there. Sun is up next. You failed. I failed. Then Kruger made a farm.
All right. Defense. Success.
Wait, so unless it's an event that immediately needs to be done, it's not going to come up until our next kingdom turn, right?
Correct.
Since you only need a 16, did we want to try and get a crit on it? Because we get one infamy at the start of our turn, right?
Correct.
Yeah, we do.
This is our last thing to use it for, right?
Yeah, unless
No,
the event
we have
needs
all
an
the
immediate resolution.
we have all the army stuff.
As long as you don't roll a 1 or a 2, we're fine then.
Oh,
No, but
all
we
the RB stuff.
can use it on the armies to make them learn how to fend for themselves.
Only one of them can pick up a talent. The other ones are all maxed.
They're all full already, so it's fine. Use the infamy now here.
And we don't have the -4 on warfare anymore.
Yeah.
So you want to spend it?
Spend it.
Seems like such a bad idea.
It
All
does.
right. It's spent.
Hey, wait.
Okay.
Bio's back.
Hey, Bio, you got to roll.
What am I rolling?
Your choice on skills, either defense or what did we say? Industry. They're both plus 13s.
Should probably tell him. Never mind.
Hey!
Success.
Good success, baby.
What was I rolling for?
We used
Town
our
hall.
infamy point to make the town hall. She succeeded, but we're like, actually, we have a really good chance of critting, which you did. So we get
Excellent.
half
By
of our
one.
commodities back.
I just walk into the room and I solve problems. I don't know what problem I'm solving, but it got solved.
He just messed up all the workers and they got it done in record time.
Better living through alchemy.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So that's going to go in the far to left squares we have by the mill and the barracks.
Yep.
Cool.
That way we don't overcrowd.
Yeah.
It just gave you guys extra stone and lumber.
I saw that. I was like, how are we up to 7?
Damn, we're good. Didn't take away what we used, but it gave us the extra.
Yeah, like digging up the foundation. We just got a bunch of lumber and stone.
Hey, we found that lumber we lost last turn. It was just buried right here by the river.
Anyone remember what you guys had?
Yeah, we were at 5 of each. 5 lumber, 5 stone. So it gave us 2, but it never took away the project of 4 and 4.
Yeah,
How
so we should
did
be at 3 and 3, I believe.
3 and 3. Yep, for lumber and stone. Or it did not change. Luxuries did not change.
how did those region activities go?
You don't want to talk about it.
Are we going another round with no word sites?
No, we foregone the claim a hex and instead used the second make a farm, and that worked.
Oh, good. So we
fir-
at least got something.
Yeah, the first make a farm, not so good. We planted the livestock instead of the plants, and then the second one, we are going to establish a work camp for the lumber. They got lost in the woods.
And then Kruger had
Ah.
to come and apparently teach people how to farm.
So he just punched holes in the earth. We planted seeds.
He punched holes in
Why?
the ground. We planted trees because of the giant holes. They're
Edible
orchards.
trees.
Why are the sheep head first in the ground, sticking straight up?
Look, that's how you grow more sheep, isn't it?
Because they look like a white bush.
I thought the wool was the roots. It's all tenderly.
All right, that's it for the civic actions. Now, army.
You better live off the land.
Yeah, we got to train that one that's just like holding out on us. Yeah.
And get
They
the
all
second.
have. I think they all have 2 tactics, except for the second platoon, which have none.
Train them.
Yeah, give the second living off the land. Go.
Want me to throw? It's warfare, right?
Yeah, I think so. Let me see. 60.
And there's no leadership action or anything, so it's just going to be a skill. Yeah.
Train army, attempt scholarship or warfare against the tactics training DC.
Which increases as the army's level does.
So is it our control DC then?
No.
DC is 22.
Okay. Well, with warfare, it'll be plus 13. Scholarship is only 8.
We're not nerds.
We will learn you through warfare. Ready to roll it.
All right, someone roll it.
Eat dirt. Nom 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 nom.
Nice. That's a failure.
What are these what's this army predominantly made of?
Humans.
Humans, and this is their 3rd straight turn of training them to eat off the land. They refuse. They're totally,
They're city
totally
humans.
Hey.
They're not
city
country
boys.
humans.
Since Bio got a crit, we have another infamy.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Let's
Use
do
it.
it.
Do it.
You might
Do
as
it.
well.
And we got nothing else to do after this other than just
Okay.
arbitrarily moving them around because baby.
Yeah, unless we get assassinated, we might need that. But
No, so you eat the things in the dirt.
Yeah.
Don't eat the dirt itself. Eat the things in the dirt.
The bugs got
Trying
it.
to show you, I pulled out a wild carrot. This is what you're looking for, not any roots from any plant you pull out of the ground.
this is like no.
He-
You
he
can
eats
eat
some
dirt,
poison
but it's
ivy.
just a thickener when you make a stew.
mud pie.
All right.
It's like freaking sawdust and frostpunk added to the soup. Every time I see that, I'm like, oh god, my kidneys.
I mean, that's just Taco Bell.
Sawdust.
The
Mhm.
second hobgoblin platoon only has one tactic as well.
Wait, where are these people at? How do we see them again?
Oh my god.
You want?
Pay attention, Mystic. Go to your notes. Go to party. Go to kingdom info.
Or you could just click
I
on
could
the
just go
pin.
click on the pin on the map. Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
work. Yeah.
So you're saying,
So it's the second Hobgoblin platoon, right?
Yep. It only
yeah,
has, it has living on the land or living off the land, whatever. But you could trade another one if you wanted to.
I wouldn't be against maybe giving them a ranged weapon as their what's that tactic?
No,
we
Like
don't.
hybridization.
that's
That's a
10
fucking
points.
outfit. That's outfit, isn't it?
It's
I don't think we have the
RP of
RP to
10.
do that.
You don't.
Not this turn, but in the future, yeah, I would agree with you.
It's time for feats, baby.
You have one RP left.
Tactics.
Merciless.
Merciless.
Army is difficult to escape from. The army's mobility
Level
DC
8.
gains a
You
+2
can't. You
status
can't
bonus.
do it.
No,
Oh no, I'm
it's
sorry. Level
tactic
5.
Baby merciless.
Man, I can't read tonight.
Army's mobility DC gains a +2 status when other armies attempt mobility checks against it. While attempting to disengage, this army can use the all-out assault tactical war action.
So when it runs away,
I mean, all-out assault's pretty good. Even on a failure, you deal a point of damage to the enemy army. On a crit success, you do 3. The army's next war action this turn is an attack war action against a different target army. You gain a +1 circumstance bonus to strike as your fury continues to the new target.
Hobgoblin berserkers.
Mm-hmm.
it's cleave.
Army cleave. I don't know. I like them not being all cookie cutter, but if you guys have something else you want to do, then that
I
works.
don't know. I like this one. Variety is nice.
What did we decide on?
Merciless, I think.
Yeah. Basically makes them harder to run away, and it gives them an action that if they crit succeed, it does 3 damage. If you succeed, you do 2. And if you fail, you still do a damage to the enemy.
I did read that it does take 2 actions to do it, but if you do a single battle and then another single battle, you get the map penalty against you. So this actually works better then. Because brawl or whatever it is just 1 action, your regular attack, whereas the merciless all-out attack takes 2 actions of your 3. So you do have a chance to do more or at least equal.
At the very least, it's just good action economy. You avoid the multiple
Yeah.
attack penalty.
Yeah. Tis good.
Who wants to
I
make
like
that
it.
roll? DC's 22.
I'm busy teaching boys to eat plants.
There you
I'll
go.
roll it. Just a warfare roll, right?
Yep.
Womp.
Well, at least we're not teaching them how to eat bugs.
Slimy yet satisfying.
I know the other ones all have 2, but since we're level 6 now, we did get access to like a few more feats. So if we wanted to replace something, we could. Oh, we don't have any cavalry yet.
Yeah, it's their freaking food hogs.
Let's see. There's field triage. Cavalry experts, which doesn't matter. Those are the only 2 that I see at least.
Battlefield medicine. Once you attempt this war action on an army, the army is temporarily immune to it for the remainder of the encounter. Attempt a DC 25 scouting check to successfully sort an army's wounded and provide swift aid.
Don't you have an alchemist?
Success, you restore 1 hit point to a target army. Critical success, 2 hit points. Critical fail, you attempt to heal the army fails. That army's weary condition increases by 1. Nothing happens on a fail. all 3 actions, though. I don't know. That one's... You're basically spending an entire army's turn to maybe get a hit point back, maybe best case 2 hit points. So, I mean, you might last another round, or you might just basically burn your round if you fail.
We could also, I mean, we could move the armies around.
3 of them, yes.
Where is the fort that we were supposed to be attached to initially?
You don't have a fort.
No, the one that we had a fort and Jacob lost it.
Park Point?
It was to the west. You're not
Wait.
sure where.
West or east?
West.
It's got to be west. East is
East?
ocean.
Maybe at like the base of the hills over there or something.
It's probably one of the, I would imagine, a reconnoitered hex. Because if he owned it and lost it, then he would have already known that it existed.
Or he was trying to take it and failed.
Which leads me to believe it's still reconnoitered. Got to
So-
reconnoiter before you can clear.
So let's move some of them west then.
Sure. I don't see why not. We got basically 5 of them hanging out in one hex. 3 of them could move, you say? Let's see,
Yep.
the 2 dorks that can't freaking figure their lives out can stay here.
Hey, the one succeeded.
Yeah, the second and the second are the 2 that can't move because they were training.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they succeeded only 3 months later.
So
On their 5th attempt, yes.
I'd say yeah, move them. We just gotta basically, it's all flat terrain out here. You said, Zargan.
yeah,
So-
all the green stuff, yeah.
Okay. You can move armies pretty damn far. It's like 20 tiles, and then some tiles just take up more tiles than others.
Yeah, but if you leave your claimed area, things happen.
Good things?
Not maybe.
Not maybe. Well, we could at least move to like the most west of the red hexes and see if they can spot the fort from around there. Yeah.
I'm assuming
Uh,
moving outside of your like claimed territory is probably seen as some sort of aggression to nearby entities.
Yep.
We need to build a bridge across this river at some point too.
Yep.
Oh yeah, maybe we should.
It would be perfect if we just went one up from the pecs I was talking about on the far left.
But we probably need to make sure we got more wood coming before we're able to do something like that.
What do we build the bridge out of? We got mud.
We have all these dead sheep that failed the planting.
Yeah,
Make it like a beaver and just
if you send
dam
it
it
out
up.
of your kingdom's border, DC goes up by 5
What DC?
to order them to move.
Oh. There's a DC to order them to move?
Yeah.
I had to order them to eat. Come on.
Exploration or boating, but boating they have to be next to a river, and we can't use magic because we're not a master at magic.
Correct. Well, they are next to a river, but
Maybe having a hard time finding the information on moving them. I know it's considered an action for them.
page 62 on the guide. You can deploy them with an exploration, boating, or magic check.
What's the action called?
Deploy army. And if you do an exploration check, you can do them up to 20 hexes of where they're at. If they're, if it's connected by a road, and then you get one degree better, and so forth. If you use boating, you can do 20 hexes as long as it's all by water. And if you did magic, which you have to be a master at, you can do anywhere within 30 because you're teleporting them. If you cross out of your border, it's plus 5 DC. If you cross into someone else's, it goes up. It goes by plus 10.
Say we start checking out our border.
As long as you don't crit fail, the army moves there. If you crit fail,
Or we
then
just
they end up somewhere random because they're lost. A fail means they get there and they're tired.
I say the what the hell's the freaking drawing tool on this thing?
You gotta right click, then it's the bottom thing that comes up on the radial dial.
Got it.
You don't have the you guys don't have the toolbar toggle. Little arrow pointing down below the X.
Say we just take one of each three of the armies that can do stuff and just move them to those 3 hexes. Start scouting out that border, see if we can find that fort.
You do know armies cannot recon, right?
That's fine. But they'll be closer when we do find it. It's either that or they just sit here and we're wasting
I
time.
know. I'm just saying.
Ah, shit. I just closed the window. Where's the map?
I'm not telling you guys again.
Tell me again.
Here.
Yeah, well. Already gave my 2 cents.
I see your little line. What does it mean?
It's one, the 3 armies that can move. Go to those 3 hexes.
Okay, 1 army per hex. I'm with you. Sorry, I was trying to find the control thing as we were talking about it.
I'm fine with that.
We're beginning our special military operation.
Mm.
Operation Clusterfuck.
Don't give away our secrets.
Mhm.
All
Okay.
right.
So
So just a question, just in general, because obviously I've never done it before. When there is fighting breakout between armies, is it done on this scale hex by hex basis?
No.
Okay.
It would be a different. I believe it's a different scale. I haven't done the whole. I've read through it like once or twice, but I couldn't tell you everything.
Reminds me how freaking Alien RPG did their ship combat with the whole engaged, medium, and far distance.
Kind of, yeah.
That's what it kind of sounded like. Yeah, just you either have the really far away, the close enough to shoot you but not swing a melee weapon, and right up in front of you melee fighting.
And different tactics let different units start wherever they want and so forth. All right, so
But-
are you moving these guys or
Yeah,
So are like a unit in an army, they
the same?
whatever. The like let's say that the first Invictus is like by itself in a tile, and then an enemy army comes occupy it. Are any of the other like platoons
No.
able to assist? No, they have
Nope.
to be in the same one.
Yep.
Yeah,
Seems
'cause I know,
advantageous to keep them together then.
at least in the Kingmaker, where every tile is a 12-mile cross from each hex. I know it's a little less here, but yeah, being a couple miles away when a fight breaks off is a lot of time.
I feel like it makes less sense to keep them separated then, or to separate them. I mean, we can move like 3 over and then have the 2 like laggards like sitting together, but I don't feel like a platoon should be off by itself probably, especially since
Well,
they can't like recon or anything.
They have to
well,
be a
unless you
special unit for that, I think.
unless you intend to only move them 1 hex period and destroy all 3 of them right now, then we might not have a choice on that, depending on each army's degree of success.
And I also don't see the point in really moving them if there's no threats unless like moving them somewhere can reveal a threat within our or not our influence, within our claim area.
I was just thinking to move them because we have the actions to do it, and maybe it would allow us to get closer to wherever that fort thing was and see it pop up or something. I don't know if that's a thing though.
Zargan said you can't scout with an army, but
No, you cannot.
so if you're looking for like an enemy settlement, sorry, the whole squad of people can't find it. Which seems silly.
Yeah, but there's no action to. There's nothing in there about them doing that.
But if like, I guess if we had them in different hexes and one of them was attacked, we would know that they were attacked, right?
Well, yeah.
So that's one possibility versus just
Well,
having them in one hex.
metagame, yeah, we'd know they were attacked.
I would assume that someone would have gotten away and sent word back.
It would depend on if they get away or if they're wiped out.
Yeah, from what I can tell, it's actually kind of hard to just flat out wipe out an army.
It
It's
is.
possible, but it's not easy. Probably because there does tend to be survivors
Yep.
in fights.
Someone who ran away early or someone who faked being dead or something.
So within our claimed area, would we kind of like Civ, for instance, automatically know when someone entered it? Like if it's a full army at
In
least?
most cases, yes.
I'm assuming there's probably special armies that
Exactly. And
can
there's probably
bypass.
feats and stuff that you could probably get that would hide that too.
Then I don't particularly see the point in moving them around, especially if they can move 20 hexes once we do whatever, unless we do want to throw them out of the like claimed area for whatever reason.
Okay, makes sense.
All right. Works
I
for
mean,
me.
it's a discussion. It's not the end all be all.
No,
I don't see like I'm glad we're having this discussion so we find out like the limitations, what can and can't be done. But in general, I don't think we need to take time like moving them each turn unless we feel like there's a army skulking about in our areas that we need to defend from that we don't know where they are.
as far as moving, I was like, I don't know if it'll move one space or two spaces. That's I'm like, let's move a little bit. If it
Well,
takes forever, but apparently it doesn't.
I mean, you do bring up a good point. We're not at war with anybody. There ought not to be armies skulking around our place.
Yeah, we are kind of in the middle of nowhere.
I grew up in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, hey, there's a city to the north we could take over.
Friggo's
Mhm.
already talked about that.
Send the armies up there.
That's another kingdom. So
We should probably talk to them at some point, establish relations.
Yeah,
Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, I don't see the point in moving them, but if you guys want to, it's fine. Final answer.
I'm okay with them staying where they are.
Same.
Yeah.
I'm glad to talk about it.
all right,
Like we did though. So yeah.
Disband army.
there you go.
Then we can recruit them again.
If they did not learn to eat, they were getting disbanded this turn.
All right, that's the army phase. Last thing left is random events. Now I did pre-roll these.
It's learning.
If there's fucking squatters again.
I got freaking events rolled out for like 2 years in my game.
Well, not all events are random. So
Sure.
At least you think we'll survive that long.
I usually go excessive. Especially since you guys have lost like 2 players in 10 sessions.
Tisk.
Some protector you were, son. You let your sister die.
She's the one that got herself swallowed.
And then cast while unable to breathe.
all right,
Fun fact, guys. Suffocation's a real fucking danger in Pathfinder. Happens quick.
well,
One
yeah.
bad roll. It's not you're out of breath and you go unconscious and start making. No, you fail and
You
you're out
start
of breath.
dying.
You
You start
die.
dying.
No,
Yeah.
you die. You're dead. You don't start dying. You're dead. Apparently, getting a lung full of digestive juices isn't good for your long-term health.
Who knew?
Speaking of dead, the event is Undead Uprising.
Oh.
It is in the event log.
God
DC
damn it.
0. Let's
Damn
go.
it, Alice.
Damn, Ferris.
Apparently, there's a vampire running around our city we didn't know about.
Time to recruit.
You're lucky you don't have any cemeteries.
We just got farmland. You think we have cemeteries?
I know. I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
yeah, we got plenty of dead sheep.
Our cemetery's that river right over there.
All right.
Yep.
Nature's grave.
We haven't quite figured out that anything we put out in the water comes back to us on the tide.
Continuous dangerous
So-
settlement.
You get 1 XP for your resource point.
Yeah.
Don't forget, we're going to get +4 in this harmful event we're going to face next time. Well, we did pretty good on our commodities.
We got rid of all our unrest.
We basically got the town hall for free from what we started with before. So this is where we were, right? 3 and 3.
Yeah, at the beginning.
We used 2 food. That was it for the turn. And then by us putting the farmland down and also living off the land, the last of our armies, that should actually help us to be at 0 for consumption, right? For net.
You get,
Yeah.
let's see, 60 experience points for filling all the leadership roles.
Finally.
And that's basically it.
Earlier we got points for ending the squatters too, right?
Yep, that
Was it
got that got,
30?
yep, that got
I-
added into.
I saw it in the chat. So, okay, cool.
All right.
The Undead Uprising doesn't have any DCs or anything in it, by the way.
It's an event +0, which means it's just going to be your
Oh, there it goes.
control DC.
Oh my goodness.
So is this?
No, this has a +1 DC
Yeah.
because it's dangerous.
Danger, high voltage.
So for events, do we get a chance to end it when it first pops up, like the event resolution thing, or does it have to be done?
From what I can find, it has to be done during the turn.
So yeah, unless it says, this is what I found too, unless it
Unlike the
specifically
assassinations and
says,
stuff.
yeah, unless it's something like, there's a knife in your deck now, you probably got to deal with that right now. But otherwise, this just
Excellent.
started. You now are dealing with this over the course of your next kingdom turn,
The
however
next
long
month,
it takes you
yeah.
to get to it. Every night, some undead are showing up. Also, I am having a hard time. I'm looking for it, but I'm having a hard time finding it. If you don't attempt to at least try to make this go away, recall somewhere it mentions that you automatically critically fail.
I don't
For
want
obvious
2d4
reasons.
I
unrest.
feel like that sounds about right, yeah.
Yes, I know there was like, I remember seeing somewhere someone was asking, what if you just don't make the roll for it so you don't risk failing? And someone pointed out like a page somewhere, it's just like it's an automatic critical fail.
Yeah, I don't want
You have to ignore
2d4
your problems.
2d4 unrest and all runes by 1. It sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, but I'm having a hard time finding that exact language, but it does make sense.
And 1 non-cemetery lot in your settlement is reduced to rubble.
We got enough of that already.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's the end of turn 2.
Yeah.
All right, turn it around.
What was the month for this one?
Schmeldengor.
This was Fireseek.
So you guys got a werewolf in
4.
month 2. We get undead.
you guys at werewolves.
He's not that much in-game time has passed really in the grand scheme, but he's still out there somewhere, Fable.
Just you wait, son.
She was the only one actually seeming to give a shit about you, well, enough to at least give you some drinks while you were in your cell. Take that for what
Yeah.
it's worth.
I'll probably die for it.
All right. Turn 4.
She certainly
I'll
ain't the one
kill
to
you
put.
first so you don't suffer.
At least she wasn't the one that put the gun to your fucking head and pulled the trigger.
Yeah, that also ended very poorly for him, but
He basically shot his own party member because of that fucking redirect ability. Gunslingers, man. They hurt when they crit.
All right. Assign leadership roles. You want to change any of the leaders?
no, thank you.
Musical chairs.
But we do have the one roll to keep in mind for Ferris later.
Oh, that's right. Oh wait, wasn't he supposed to make a roll at the end of that turn, or is it the next
The
turn?
next turn, I think
I
it
don't
was.
Okay,
think
so
it's. I don't think he makes the roll. I think the leader does.
Leader does, yeah. But it's
But
at the end of the next turn.
but it's a different
Oh,
skill for it
it's
too.
but he's the leader.
Oh, you're right. It would say roller if it was the roller.
Mhm.
Let me open that back up.
Undead Uprising. Ugh.
So, and which month is this?
This is, I believe, readying. All right, so it's end of the turn. End of the next turn. Okay, so not this turn. All right. So you want to adjust any leaders?
Negative.
No.
All right. Adjust unrest, which we should have done. You're not at
Maybe
war and no one's overcrowded yet.
We got
does
some
it?
undead popping up in the middle of the night, but nothing big.
I was gonna say, was there anything about ongoing events? Or,
This is not an ongoing event.
Mm.
This one's just starting.
oh,
It's
okay.
continuous.
Got it.
Also, the event itself has unrest built into it. When you like succeed or fail, like
Yeah.
you're until you critically succeed, your unrest always goes up by at least one.
Yep, and you need a critical success to end the event.
One of
A
those
critical.
hobos we kicked out last month was a necromancer.
What do you mean? They were all zombies. What do you mean?
A fucking gene stealer cult on us.
All right, who wants to roll the RPs?
You mean RDs?
Whatever, penis.
I'll roll them. Look at all those ones.
Nice. Even less than last turn. Good
All
job,
three,
guys.
all three of them.
All right. Let's see. Resource collection.
When Sargon finds out where these extra 2 resource dice are coming from, we're gonna have a hell of a freaking
Well,
tax
there's
season
not a
audit.
2 next to it anymore. Like there used to be a 2, but now we just have 13d6 like built in. So I think
Well,
somewhere along the way it got resolved.
that's the bonus. I can remove the bonus. I can't remove the stuff in the one square, and it's still too high. It's two dice too high.
Oh, we're only supposed to have 11.
Yeah, it's your level plus 4, and then you guys have a feat that gives you plus 1.
Okay.
All right, resource collection. So you did that. Collect commodities. You don't have any work sites, so you don't get that. Pay consumption. You owe 1 food for your settlement, and you have 1 farmland, so it's even.
Yes.
It shows 0 on the monthly income for.
Yep.
For what?
Because we were at a -1. Now we're just at a 0.
Oh, okay. Those 2 are like mutually exclusive.
I could just put 1 and 1 on the food.
I feel like that makes more sense unless it does something wonky in the sheets.
It shouldn't.
Just because it's like, okay, yeah, we're consuming one because of our size or whatever it is, and
Well, you're
we're
consuming
getting
2 because your size, but you have a mill, and that
yeah,
reduces
we
it by
have a
1.
mill, and then we
Next,
have
the mill next to water reduces it by 1.
yeah, and then we have the +1 from the farmland.
Yep. All right.
No armies.
And all the armies are
We
living
have
with the
no
land.
army.
Right, Naughty? They're living with the land. Wow, he's ignoring us. Ignoring me. All right, so commerce phase. Do you wish to collect taxes?
We don't have any unrest, right?
Nope.
Let me go ahead and give you your lumber and stone extra.
Tax
Oh
man, tax
yeah,
man.
And we
we can
get
build
bonus.
another town hall. Let's go.
Double actions. Dual wielding town halls.
That means we'll have 4 leadership actions per turn.
That's what I heard. I posted to General the paragraph about Ferris's role. It just has to be a loyalty skill. Any of the ones that use it can do that, and they keep rolling it until they can ingratiate themselves with the populace.
Yeah, but it's only once a turn, right?
Once a turn, correct? Yeah,
At the
but
end, yeah.
yeah.
All right, so collect taxes, yes or no?
I'd say yes. We had a couple of economic rolls last turn, probably will this round.
Yeah, and there's no penalty because we haven't done it for a couple turns.
I mean, unless we fail.
Correct.
We won't fail.
All right, somebody go into the commerce tab and open up the collect taxes and roll it.
Go, treasurer.
Already did resource die. Someone else's turn.
Fine, I'll do it.
Here's your little top hat, your little satchel. Go door to door, Kruga.
That's a failure. You wish you spend your infamy point?
That, or we could attempt to crush dissent to get rid of the unrest. But I
Well,
feel like dealing with undead uprising could potentially be worse, so we probably should hold on to both, maybe?
I don't know. Dealing with the undead. If we have any unrest, we're dealing with a penalty when we go to
first
deal with them.
question first. You spending the infamy or not?
We're discussing whether
Yeah,
or
we're
not we
talking
want to
about
get
it.
there.
Slow your roll.
So he just needs to get an 8 on the roll if he does the reroll, correct?
Well, yeah.
Yes.
An 18, 19, or 20 would be a crit, and we'd get
Yeah.
the point back again.
Because when we
See,
go to deal with the unrest that we're about to get, we're going to be at a penalty.
When do we have to address the undead? We can do
It'll
other
be doing
stuff.
the leadership one,
Yeah.
where we have 3 actions now apiece instead of 2.
and we can try and reduce the unrest at that point as well too, if we need to.
Yeah,
Right.
but it's also 1d4 unrest if you fail.
For the undead part.
Mm-hmm.
But we
And
can
2d4 if you crit fail.
We can get +3 actions for that too, though, by focusing.
Yeah, but like the +3 would only be good to help stop like fail and crit fail. It's not going to help us crit succeed is what we need to end it. Because crit success is 34 and we only have a +8, so we have to nat 20 it in order to make it go away.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
What's the skill we have
Even
to
with
use
the
for it?
+4 that we get from the other thing, a nat 20 would still only give us 22
So our only
or
choices are
32. Sorry.
folklore or magister.
Magister is the position. Folklore is the related skill necessary.
So Kane would need to have run the event. I see.
I would kind of be leaning towards infamy. There's always a chance we could get an infamy point back later.
Yeah, we can certainly do it.
I'm also in favor of it to try it again now, just because we've got several back last time.
You guys have for both turns. You've got a couple back.
Yeah, sure. Let's do
Alright.
it. See what happens.
Reroll that.
I guess I'm re-rolling since it was technically my roll.
Yep.
Or
Yes, sir.
Correct.
No whammies. Improvement.
Hey, you did it.
You succeeded.
I thought it was a 6 again.
That's what I thought it was too.
Two. I was like, that's why I made the sound that I made. I was like, okay.
It's just upside down. That's all.
All right, we need to collect taxes from the undead in order to get rid of them now.
Where's your paperwork, sir? I don't see your tax forms for last year. Skeleton looking at you like, I have no pockets.
Well, at least now we have a +1 to all economy checks.
Yeah.
Alright. That was a success.
Is folklore an economy check?
Probably not.
Yeah, it's culture.
Alright. Next step. Do you want to improve lifestyle?
No,
Alright, I'm just
we're already
asking.
living fine.
Yeah.
Improved lifestyle is getting rid of these undead that are come crawling out of the streets in the middle of the night.
Alright.
But-
Do you want to sell commodities?
We
No, we still don't have income,
yeah.
so
And it'll be, I'm pretty sure a no on the trade agreement since we did it last round.
I
Try
concur.
again, but, penalty.
Alright. Manage trade.
But we get our
No.
payout from last time, yeah?
Yeah, I already added the.
Yeah. No.
No?
No.
Alright. That ends the commerce phase. Leadership phase. Everyone gets 3 actions this turn.
Okay, so hear me out.
No.
We do undead uprising last because we have a very good chance
Chain.
of increasing our our unrest.
Yeah.
But if we do it first, then we can use other actions to get rid of it, so we don't have negatives later.
We might get more infamy back though by doing other stuff first.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. There's actually
Either way, I tend to use one of my actions to do a focused attention on who's going to do the undead check. Otherwise, I'll try. Probably one of mine will be to repair reputation and probably try that establish send diplomatic envoy. We got a +2 on the Goblin Village for. Those will probably be my 2.
You get 3.
The third one's already taken. Zargan, pay attention.
No.
and with repair reputation having the increase of +2, it's good to do focused attention on that, so I can use one of my actions for that.
Neat. And I'd be doing it for crime again, since it's the highest one we got that actually has a chance of succeeding.
Lizzie's gonna craft luxuries, I think.
Out of that mud from the river. We
Yep.
got a spa day.
Do we know what we want to build next?
My vote would still be the herbalist. Get that
You
+1 to
would.
provide care. +1 to provide care so we could actually have a universal ruin reducer.
You have 1 lot open that you can build in without opening another block.
My second one would probably be a residential so that we can have that up and
You
the other
still
block
you,
open block.
you still have those two lots of rubble too.
Plus the herbalist upgrades to a hospital later, which helps with quell unrest.
Is clear debris, is that a civic duty?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, it's demolish.
gotcha.
Well, if anyone else is still thinking of the stuff they want to do, I'm I'm going to try to do repair reputation on crime.
Cool.
Go for it.
So I
Someone
will
said
do
they want to
the,
help.
yeah, I'll do the focused attention.
Now, question, because that's trade, and trade is a economy skill. Does that get the bonus that we had from before?
A +1. It should.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see if it puts it in automatically.
Well,
If you do it from the tab for the repair reputation, it might.
it's not showing a circumstance bonus for the skills page at least.
Yeah,
Right.
because you can't. Well,
So it's not tracking it for us. Okay, so you have to manually
not.
put it in then.
Yeah, I mean, I could add it in for this turn. I just don't want to forget for next turn.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So who's doing what now?
So
She's helping
yeah, I'm doing focused attention.
On your reduce.
on my repair reputation for crime, which is a trade.
All right.
So should I just manually put in a +1?
Yeah.
Split
Oh, that
18.
wasn't great.
At least it wasn't a crit fail. It was almost a success because you only got DC 20.
Yeah, and I had a +1 on it.
Well, here goes mine. No. You know what? I actually can't do that because we can't do it for one turn from because of last time because we failed.
That
I
is
just
true.
remembered. So that
See,
whole thing didn't even matter.
Oh, it
so
carries over?
Yeah, it says
every
for one kingdom turn.
Yeah, but this
yeah,
is a kingdom turn.
No,
so
no.
far every time we've
I say because that only means no one else can try it that turn. That's how we've been using it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I thought it was.
Okie doke. Well, there's my first one. Second one was going to be to send diplomatic envoy again, but at least we got a +2 this time to it.
I know
Same people.
there's some things that say you can't use this for the rest of the turn versus one kingdom turn. So I don't know if that's a difference.
Probably would be different.
Like I think quell unrest says once you use it, you can't use it the rest of the turn.
So I'm adding a +2 to this, right, for statecraft?
It just says you cannot do it more. You cannot attempt it more than once in
Yeah.
a turn, which is not quite the same.
Okay.
I wish they would use same fucking
It
language.
doesn't up their languages all over the place.
What kind of envoy are you sending to the goblins, Raz?
Same. It's just to send a diplomatic envoy.
Yeah, but you could pick a different skill.
There were
You,
3 different
you could
choices.
do statecraft, warfare, or something else.
Okay. Well, I've only seen statecraft in the stupid
Well, yeah,
sheet here.
that's what it's pre-programmed at.
Warfare.
Yeah, warfare was +2 better.
And
We'll
what
do
was
warfare.
what was the third one though?
It was higher.
Intrigue.
Because
Maybe.
that affects the DC.
It was intrigue.
Okay.
Let's do warfare. We appealed to their statecraft last time, but they're probably more impressed with goblin-y things. Like punching and biting.
Go in and roll a warfare with a +2.
I feel like that's not working this time.
Alrighty.
It's a great turn so far.
Mm-hmm. No infamy.
All right, I'll have to decide what happens there.
Yeah, that first sentence just seems more like flavor, but the important part is choose one of the following results. Gain 1d4 unrest, add 1 ruin of your choice, or
Oh, there's more down there. Okay, I didn't
yeah,
realize.
you're fucking reading the fluff. I'm reading the actual stuff. Choose one of the following results. Gain 1d4 unrest, add 1 to a ruin of your choice, or immediately roll 2 resource dice and spend RP equal to the result.
Okay, what do you guys
And
want to do?
3 kingdom turns.
Either way, yeah, we can't try this again for 3 kingdom turns.
Not unrest. I'd rather not do a ruin, so I think it's resource points.
What do we even have the reason? How many resource points does we have? What, 30 something?
Mm-hmm.
31
Yeah, that one, please.
are
So it's
37.
gonna be 2d6. Fuck.
Ooh. Now you roll high.
Yeah, right.
8 points. All right,
All right,
5
8
dice
points.
worth.
down to 29 resource points already.
Well,
All right.
those are my 2 actions. My third one is reserved for later.
All right.
Crew guys like to throw a focused attempt at something you want to do.
Okay. We could try and hire adventurers to deal with the undead uprising.
Can you for that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ye-
that's
While the
their
PCs can
actual.
strike out themselves to deal with ongoing events, it's often more efficient to hire
Yeah.
adventurers. Hire adventurers to help an ongoing event DC is equal to your control DC. Adjust by the event's level modifier. Roll 1 resource dice, spend RP equal to the result each time you attempt this activity.
I wouldn't mind fighting them ourselves either. Save on money.
Well, it would be us less just killing the undead and going and finding whatever is causing it, I think.
We've had our undead killing days. Let's let the next generation do the same damn thing.
We would have to crit succeed in order for it to do things.
But we get a bonus even if they succeed to do the thing we're going to do later anyway.
Yeah,
The
sure.
only thing about that is I'm pretty sure that's going to be the same bonus as aiding. So,
And the aid would be better.
yeah.
But this would
Let's
give us a
do,
+2 even if the bonus doesn't occur,
yeah.
though.
Because to say, yeah, there's always the chance that someone doesn't make a roll and help.
Do we want to try and do that?
Sure. It's your action.
I mean, it'd have to be a nat 20. Even with a help, it would knock it down to nat 19. So a 10% chance, which would require 1 resource die roll to send them out. Do we consider that worth at a 10% chance? Or the bonus to end it otherwise?
Question: are we planning on building anything that we need RP for this turn?
We could just demolish.
Yeah.
Yeah. My big thing was the herbalist. That's pretty cheap. It's like 10.
And if we demolish a northern rebel, it'll also give us access to another thing to throw in the water if something benefits from it.
I'm fine with doing the higher adventures and helping with that as the focused ability for it.
Okay, well, you first then.
All right, so this is exploration.
Roll your
I'm guessing.
d6 first.
Right.
Oh, okay, I'll roll the d6.
But what I was trying to say is exploration is another economy skill, which
2
doing the
RPs.
taxes gives us a +1 with
Ooh,
for the
nice.
turn.
What kind of
Considering
bonus is it?
Don't
circumstance.
remember. Is it?
Pretty sure it was.
That's
Yeah.
We're
English
just
my
we're just inching our way up to higher bonuses.
All right. So you're helping to hire adventurers, right, Glizik?
Correct. So I have to roll an exploration roll,
Yep. Your DC's 20,
and it's a +11 for the roll. Okay.
and it's +1, right?
Yeah, it should be +1.
Yeah, you get a +1 to it.
Manually putting that in right now.
Yep.
Da-da-da-da.
I saw a line of the 2. I was like, no.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
you got a feint point,
we-
and then you got the focus attention.
that means I'm legally not going to
We-
get the.
We've had it so many times the other way where it was a 20 or a 19 or an 18 and then it flipped to the 2 or 3 lately. So it's worth it. No pressure.
Hmm.
Oh,
you
so
get
crit doesn't do
+3
anything different.
for the help other than give us a
Yeah.
fame point.
Got us a
Yeah.
fame infamy point.
I
Yeah.
know, but that doesn't give you anything else.
Okay, so here is my question. Because this is specifically going to end the continuous event, will hiring adventurers also get us the +4 status bonus to end an ongoing harmful event?
With our
Because that's what
feet.
they're being hired for.
I would think so. Because the feat doesn't say it has to be through some specific activity, just that you're trying to end it, right?
Yeah.
For quick recovery. Yeah, we hired them very fastly. Yes. Most fastly and with post haste.
The numbers, Mason, what do
Now
they
that's
mean?
only once a turn, though, right?
No,
No.
we're just really good at dealing with these
It
things.
says whenever you attempt a skill check to end an ongoing harmful kingdom event, doesn't give you how many times you can use it. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
that we're good at squashing out fires.
Okay, so I'm putting in a +7 to this, the +4 for the status bonus and the +3 circumstance that Glizik just got me.
Yep.
Do
Yeah.
it. Do it.
Need to get you an item bonus. Here, hey, quick, have a scepter.
I'm fancy. All right, here we go. Hire adventures.
It's just a femur I found with some grass tied to it.
I just realized this is the same thing that Duke Melzev did to do
Yeah,
with the undead.
pretty much. We were the adventurers, yeah.
I feel like this was a little bit more expensive, but fine.
That's
Uh,
what I was telling you.
Not
It's like the next
necessarily.
generation.
Our guys show up all muddy and like wooden armor with pitchforks.
ooh.
Wow.
I mean, I don't think our odds are going to be any better than a +18.
You have an infamy to spend.
Yeah, should we use
Yeah.
it?
Do
Do
it.
it. This is
Yeah.
what we need it for. Yeah.
All right.
This is the best odds.
Because doing it in that particular thing ain't gonna be doing us any favors.
Fable.
Spend our infamy point to make them better.
Think of it this way. Kruger on the first attack usually misses. It's the second attack that you get the nat 20s on, right? That's how this works.
My third multi-attack penalty. All right, here we go.
No.
Oh, that was a 12. Bullshit.
Wow.
Womp.
Our adventurers got eaten by the undead, didn't they?
They're
No.
not dead.
No, they failed, but
Okay,
Yeah.
so nothing changes, but if we try and do it again, it'll cost 2 resource dice instead of 1.
at any point on this event, not just this turn. If you try to hire adventurers again to handle this event, it costs double.
Got their ass
Dang.
whooped. We got to sweeten the pot to get them to go
Yep,
back out there. They got
exactly.
PTSD.
Now, like I said, I'd be more than happy to handle these undead and save us money.
All right.
We're not spending money. We're spending resources,
Mhm.
labor, bodies. For some reason, they always seem to kind of strike back against us and join them, but
So, since we didn't personally try to end the event, we don't get unrest.
Correct.
Yeah,
That's
just some other nerds.
some
I mean, we,
politically unaffiliated vigilantes got involved.
I mean,
Yeah,
we
that
can
one.
try and do it again if we're not planning on using our RP this turn.
very true.
If you want to try just to have us do it, what else would we be rolling without doing the higher adventurers?
Folklore,
Is that only folklore? I thought
Uh-huh.
there were
Magister, folklore.
You're
two.
plus
Equally
8.
bad.
Yeah, we need that 20 for that one for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, and we're at the same deal though, where we'd get the +4 and +3 if we have somebody help with too. But it's still gonna be a hell of a roll.
Since
I
this would be
mean,
a
a
new
+4 and a
leadership.
+3, assuming we get it, that's a 15, and we need a 34, so that only upgrades our
19
odds
or
from
20.
5 to
Your
10%.
better chance is hiring adventurers than handling yourselves.
Mm.
Just because
Well,
the numbers are
and-
different.
And the failure penalties suck for us.
I'm down to spend more RP for it, honestly.
Sure.
All right, everyone spent 1, and Raz has spent 2 actions. What's next?
I'm fine with doing another help to try and hire adventurers, and then my last one's going to be purchase commodities because it has a high chance to get us another infamy point.
Yeah, I'll try higher adventures.
Well, if you want to do it, you should purchase commodities first if you want the infantry point.
Yep. So I'll do a purchase commodities.
So,
and what are we building next that we need resources for? Just because it has like a high chance of getting us another successful.
I mean, lumber and stone is going to be the 2 biggest things for like all the early things that I saw.
So are we good with going for more lumber then? Because we're still going to get 1 this point. Oh no, we did already because we were at 3. Now we're at 4. So we
I
can
say
still
if you
get 4.
crit, I don't know.
I could split it like we did before and go, I'll try for lumber, and if I do crit, then I can get lumber and then 2 stone.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
All right, so that's 4 RP, I believe, Sargon.
Yep.
Trying for lumber.
Actually, wait, do we have the money to still recruit these guys?
Maybe.
It's 2 dice worth to recruit them.
Oh, we still have 23, and max would be 12 to pay
Yep.
them out. Okay.
All right, Gliz.
Okay, so this is a trade skill, which we get the bonus for +1 for taxes.
For the economy thing, yeah. So roll the purchase commodities and add a +1.
All right. $28.
It's a success.
So we gain 2 lumber.
2 lumber. And you get that now.
Yep.
Done.
And then my last action is going to be to help focus attention for Sun's attempt to hire adventurers.
Okay.
And the skill we said for that one again was exploration. Does that sound right?
Yes.
Yes, exploration.
And I added something to it last time, just a 1, because it's an economy skill.
Yes.
Okay, and
Putting those taxes to use.
Yep.
It was almost a 1.
Um,
19.
That's a failure.
Doesn't hurt though.
Nope.
Can
Just
it-
use
can
your
it-
last action.
Can anyone else use an action after mine to try and help her still too?
No, you'd have to declare it ahead of time, I would think.
Okay.
I haven't done it yet, right?
Yeah.
Well, I know, but you can't. I mean, he says he's going to help you, and no one else says they want to help too. You'd have to be like, "I'm going to help. I'm going to help."
But
although I don't think you can stack them. Can you? No, you wouldn't stack them.
No.
Oh, I guess someone else can try then, because you wouldn't be able to stack them.
I'd be willing to give it a try. And I'll still have 1 more after this as well. Yes! Give me
Hey.
infamy!
That's a critical success.
Is it?
Yeah.
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 It's a DC 20 to help.
Here's your infantry.
All right, we got the full +7 bonus.
2 times again if need be.
All right, son. Roll 2d6 first, son.
You gotta hire them adventurers. Ooh, they expensive.
9.
better be good.
You have enough for one more try.
Okay. And this is a +7, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's a success, but it's not a crit.
You get a +2 next turn or next time.
To resolve the event during the next event phase.
Yeah, next
So that
turn.
well, the next event phase. The event phase is the last phase before the kingdom turn ends, though, right?
Yeah.
Hey, but nothing in the event phase says you handle events then. That's what I couldn't find. I was even asked
Mm.
Bio about it.
Yeah, there's nothing in there that says like if you have any continuous events, this is when you resolve or attempt to resolve them that I could see. The only thing I could see that actually supported anything for dealing with continuous events was using leadership activities to do it.
Or the ones that say specifically,
Well, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of. It
I-
definitely shows that they didn't quite QA Kingmaker as long as they probably should have.
well, I'm sure they QA'd it with people who knew the rules, not people who didn't.
Question, and they may not have found everything either to doing it. Is the +2, because it says for the next event phase rather than this one, is it rolling forward to the next turn to give you a +2 because you were successful in holding them off this time and you're making headway? That meaning the next time we try next turn to do stuff or whatever, it would still be good? Or would it only apply to further hero hirings this turn? Because it's of how it's worded on there.
It does not say it's only for the hiring people.
Just any way to resolve it. Okay.
Correct. Be a +2.
But my big question was the wording of when it's over. Because you would think that, hey, if you get a success, you can at least push it till next time and get a bonus. Otherwise, success gives you nothing.
Correct. I would agree with that. You wouldn't have to
Yeah.
deal with it with anything else
Yeah.
I only have the
because you're
player's
dealing
guide,
with
so I
it
can't
some.
look at it too much. But in the
The
archives of
player's guide's the
Nephis,
same.
player's guide doesn't say fuck all about events.
Now, keeping in mind, circumstance bonus is what we get for the focus assist anyway, but at least it's a
Yep.
+2. Yeah.
Well,
Automatic.
I think I found something here. Page 553. Continuous events play out during multiple consecutive event phases until the event has been resolved. See the event's resolution entry.
So that sounds like we do attempt to check. That would make
During the event phase.
So we
I
have
mean,
to do the politics or whatever it was check.
so the initial,
Folklore.
like, this is from Pathfinder, like, or the Paizo archives. There we go. It is detailing in the old like Kingmaker one, so not the one for PF2. But it says there's a check for a random event, which I don't know if matters, and then it says event resolution, so which is an opportunity to go explore or encounter mode, handled now in some chapters of the Kingmaker adventure path. Some story events are introduced outside of the kingdom turns that are resolved when they occur, and then apply XP and increase kingdom level if necessary.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it says in the current player's guide.
Yeah, there's two types of events: random and then story events.
What page on the player's guide is it?
44 at the bottom.
Hey, here we go.
I gotta applaud how they set up stuff in the book here. It's about as great as Vampire the Masquerade.
Oh
The new
no,
one. The new one.
the 5th edition was way worse than this.
Yeah, 5th edition was something else, man.
It's like
This one's just annoying because it isn't like
it's
bookmarked well.
yeah.
Like the other one had conflicting like issues and like left out parts of what needed to happen, except it's like detailed in another part of the book. It
Yeah, it's
was
got
so
like the
bad.
answer in a sidebar, like 30 pages, completely separated from the
Bio and
relevant
I had
area.
so many discussions like just out in Discord about that game. It was so bad.
Yep.
It would make sense if we had to at least do a check during the event resolution, so we can't like just avoid it altogether.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's a forced thing, like when it
Huh.
pops up.
Yeah. I like that.
Okay, so that'll get us a +2 towards that check then.
But we can still try to solve it via higher adventurers.
I
Yeah.
mean, we
Yeah.
could try another infamy and see what happens. Like we're not gonna have. That just gives us another chance at +7 because that gets us down to needing a 15 because we'll have an 18 to 33, so we need a 15 or higher. That's a 30% odds of getting it.
And if we get the exact same success, it would be what, 5 or higher then?
Yeah, we'd only need a 5. Wait, 18? We'd only need 5 in order to succeed in the same capacity.
Yeah, so that
Yes, I
means
do
we
it.
get 20% chance of failure if we reroll it. On the infamy, it's worth it. Take the gamble.
Okay, using infamy.
Using infamy.
Let's do it.
Do it.
Kick in the war crimes machine. Let's go, infamy.
Because let's be real, the +2 during the event phase, it's
Ain't
still
gonna-
a
yeah.
nat 20
Yeah.
that's needed to
Yeah.
succeed.
It's not
What-
gonna be that great of a help. This is our best shot here.
Yeah, it
Fuck
truly is.
adventurers at it until it works.
There are Zerglings.
Because Kruger, you still have an action, right? And I still have an action.
I still
We
have
can try
one,
this. We can try this again.
Yeah, if we have to.
Go ahead, Zakara.
Okay.
Come on. 19.
Ah.
So we at least get a +2, I guess.
Still same. Didn't hurt.
All
Try
right.
again.
So Kruger, Raz, and that's it. No one else has. No. Zakara has a third one too.
Yeah.
I'll help Raz in his attempt to find some better adventures, I guess.
These adventurers are broken. They're not working. Where are the gnomes?
All right. Roll your exploration check there with the
That's a
+1, I believe.
+1.
Yes.
Infamy.
Another infamy.
Our help actions are what are gaining us points, and we have to keep that in mind.
They're
With
still
plus-
actions.
Yeah.
You're still burning actions to do it.
Yep.
All right. Higher adventurers with a +7. Adding the modifier. All right. Here we go again.
We're not
Hold
gonna have
on a
any
second.
adventures left in the kingdom after
Hold on.
this.
Yeah, I'm trying to fill my note. My
Oh,
notes.
you
in.
need to roll your 2d6 to pay these people.
We can pay them if they're successful.
Your reward will be waiting for you upon your successful completion and return.
It really would help out our
Just say,
RP points if you got
like,
paid
we're
afterwards.
paying these people up front. Nobody ever paid us up front.
I'm just saying, I mean, wherever the money's going, we should find these corpses
All
and take
right,
it back.
6 RPs
The undead don't need it.
because you're down to 8.
What happens? I know we don't have the action economy to make this happen, but what happens if we were to try this again and then we didn't have the RP necessary on the roll?
You
You
spend all
get-
the RP and it automatically fails.
Okay.
And you get
think
some
we-
unrest, I think.
Yeah.
Nothing pisses people off like giving them a paycheck about half of what they were expecting.
Yep. All right, Raz, go ahead and roll.
All right. I'd be blowing on my dice if they were in my hand. Hot dice. Let's go.
Wait.
Adventurers
What
go
the
out.
hell?
That was 15, then flip to a 7.
It was
Ah.
a
What the
12.
hell?
It was 12,
We're
12
using
on my screen.
We're using that infamy.
Go for
Right?
it.
We good?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
Fire away.
Let's go.
Yeah.
No mission ingenuity.
You forgot your +7. It's actually 37.
Yep, that's a 37.
Nope, you didn't add it in. You don't get it.
No, you're just overlooking it because we're short.
Oh, okay. Wow.
There, it's in.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah.
See, it just took a little while.
It
Y'all
only
frickin'
costs
seven.
like our entire RP for the month.
Could have just sent in the gnomes at first.
It's pretty bad at the end. We just start sending in sheep with little wooden swords attached to them.
What are we talking about? We're sending in sheep, but they're explosive.
All right, Zakara has one action left.
You just hear us from around the corner. You shall not pass, and the sheep explodes. The undead shatter.
There is a lot of detonations going, some bombs going off. It's not quite as crude and chaotic as goblin engineering, but it's very sparkly. I will say that.
What are you doing, Zakara?
I guess I'm just gonna try. We don't really need anything else, do we? Or do we need more commodities or something?
You could
Always
do
need
more
more.
commodities or clandestine business and get us some unrest at the end here. Why not? Go for it. Clandestine, you get some kickbacks. It's intrigue.
If you want to reduce crime specifically, you can try doing show of force.
I say if you
Oh, I
want to
can't
get
do crime. Wasn't that the one that Raz tried?
Well, that's
No.
repair reputation
Yeah.
crime. This is show of force, which will reduce crime, but in
Are
a
we
different way.
Are we allowed to do that?
it's a different skill.
It is.
Well, I'm only asked because it's one of those, you need a certain follower to teach you how to do it, sort of thing. Or are we not worried about those?
I'm not worried about that for here.
Okay.
So what are you doing?
Looks like I am going to try show of force.
But you don't have to. I was just giving that an
Oh.
option.
Let me finish reading it.
I was looking at that as one of mine until Stinky Undead came out of nowhere and took literally all three of my actions to get rid of.
Oh, and since we got a crit success, we have another infamy. I like this circle.
Oh yeah, because we need to crit
Yeah.
success in order to clear it. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's just science.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Show
I
of
like
force.
that.
All right.
Sargon's frozen.
You just taught all these people how to bring bottled sunlight with them. Works great against undead. Kills them dead.
Your video's caught up now, Zargan. You're moving.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. The audio's off, but it's moving.
Whenever.
So Inris, because it says you a general's advice. Inris basically tells you who to kill for the unruly peasants.
That's
Can you
not
not?
good.
You got an infamy.
One more time.
We can also crush dissent if we wanted to attempt that, but this will be the end of the leadership. Then we just have
Save the
region,
Civic.
and then civic, and then whatever the event is, assuming we're going off the new thing. Assuming we have an event, if that's how things work.
I'd be okay with the crush descent and save the infamy point for the other checks we're gonna have to do later that we're gonna fail.
If we get an event, all that getting an event does is reset the DC back to its highest amount. You can get multiple events going at once.
You can. You spend an infamy or not?
Well, it's supposed to be unanimous, so
I think you should.
I'm fine with it.
I'll go
This is
with
one
that
of our
too.
last chances to really use it. Outside
No.
of just
wait.
rebuild, like freaking throwing another dead roll at trying to set up a stupid fucking lumber.
There's that, but I mean, if it gets to it, we could also use it in case where you get another event.
What's the
Eh.
worst that could happen?
Go for it. You might crit. We'll get an extra one. It'll be fine.
You sure?
Yeah,
You
Go
already,
ahead.
we
you
can
already
still
took it
crush
off.
dissent.
The alternative
Yeah.
is to get a negative one on everything up until that point.
Yep.
All right, here goes fail number 2.
All right. That almost
That
was a one.
Almost the one.
I think I need different dice.
Change color on the die.
All right, so do we want to
Alright.
crush dissent?
I
Yes.
think so. Yes.
Yes.
So
And
your
that
your
is
failing of a show of force will be responded to with another show of force.
a basic warfare check.
Do it.
All
Crush
right.
the descent. Do it. There you
Get
go.
crushed.
Yay.
No unrest.
All right.
Listen, you're intimidating in your own way, son, but I hope you're taking notes when Crew can get out there.
No, little buddy, you gotta hit them in the head when they go down easier.
Well, the problem is, Zakara, when you're trying to intimidate someone, you don't want to actually kill them or they don't learn anything.
Yeah, kill him.
The others
All right.
learn.
Exactly. All right. Region activities. You got 3.
Build lumber. Build lumber.
Probably. I think the first, let's just get that one out of the way. Let's get a lumber site going.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Start with that one.
Sargon, where's the map?
It's still there.
It's in the kingdom notes.
I know, I'm just fucking with him.
I'm over here dying, and you're screwing with me. All right. Who's rolling to establish some a lumber camp?
Still on riding the high of gnomish superiority, so someone else can roll.
I'll take a fail at it. What am I rolling here?
All right. Costs 4 RPs.
Oh, I forgot. It costs money
Oh
to do
yeah.
this.
Mhm.
How much?
We could do
How
it
much RP we
twice.
got left?
That leaves you 4. That leaves you with 4 left.
Oh, we can
Fine.
do 2 of these babies. The farmlands are only 1 each, so we'll be fine. All right, so lumber camp. This is probably gonna be our only try for that, though. And it looks like it's engineering roll plus 14 is what the base is showing here.
Yep. Open up the action and roll it.
Is engineering an economy skill? It is not. It's a stability. Okay. Rolling it.
Holy crap!
What? I don't believe it.
You just made it.
We figured out how to chop down trees.
Not the rocks. Not the rocks. The wood. The wood.
They freaking trying to chop down a tree with a pickaxe.
All right. You guys have made a lumber site. Holy cow!
Goblin workers trying to eat their way through the trees.
I
Like
thought
beavers.
I didn't know you guys were razor tooth around here.
Now what you should do? You should abandon that hex.
Right?
Good job, well done. We proved we could do it. Let's leave.
That's
And
right.
never come back.
All right. What's your next action?
Kind of at a loss. I honestly thought that would take at
I-
least 2 of our actions.
I think we can do
Mhm.
another farmland if you want. Or we can claim a hex or 2.
I wouldn't be against claiming out towards what's already been reconnoitered.
We fail the farmland so much, we might as well start now too.
Yeah.
Because we got to get pretty much to the mountain range to start getting into, like, maybe setting up a work site for stone, right, Sargon?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we
That's fine.
should claim along the river at least, I think.
Unless you find a resource site.
Right.
Like 7 days. There's a boulder of iron sitting above the ground.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Dig here.
I mean, our party found a geothermic site. I'm sure they could do something with that other than get themselves killed at it.
But that's the best option.
Somebody did die.
All right. What are you guys doing next? Claiming a hex?
Yes. I think we're
Yeah.
just gonna the most west one following the river.
Got it. Who's rolling?
Not it.
What is it? Not exploration. Fucking
Open up the claim hex
Establish.
ability and roll from there.
Uh-huh.
Wilderness is stability.
Region. There it is. I was looking at the wrong freaking thing. All right. Claim hex. Wilderness. No bonuses or anything. Nope. All right.
You're good though. Just a naturally
Yeah.
high number.
That's a success. Holy shit.
Just let me take care of everything.
2 in a row we made. Woohoo!
Can we get 3 for once? All 3?
All right,
Should
what's
we
your
set
third
up
action?
either? I'm thinking set up another farmland because we got it's like our biggest store of resources, food. So if we ever have an excess, we can always just sell it off.
Spot we need is where the pin is.
That's fine. You can put a farm there.
Yeah, that's the only other option we have right now until we
Yeah.
explore the to our east.
Oh. We're not big enough to claim more than 1 per round yet. Yeah.
We
Yeah,
can.
we are. We can do 2.
Are we?
We have a feat.
Yeah, that's why I don't think it's a feat. I think
I
it's just
think it's just a size thing.
yeah.
I'm thinking of the other group.
At level 4, expansion expert, claim
yeah.
2 with a +2 bonus.
I'm still in favor of the farm.
Oh, by the way, you had +2 bonus on that. Does that change anything for?
It already added it.
Yeah, it's already in
Yeah,
there when
already
you
in
look
there.
at the thing.
Cool.
I think
I
a
know.
farmland. Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah, farmland's fine.
What's Kruger's favorite vegetable?
Mm.
Hops.
Fisticuffs.
How do you make beer? Actually, no. How do you make liquor?
Just planting potatoes to make vodka.
Well, you got to read her poetry first.
So we did south of the capital last time, so the pin is the
Southwest,
only other
yep.
place that we can actually harvest from.
Correct.
Ever had dragon fruit whiskey?
All right, someone open up the farmland and roll it.
I'll try it.
Yeah. Do it.
Let's get a 3 out of 3. Look at that fancy
Ooh.
dice. No.
Nope, didn't know.
I can't read the fancy dice, but it had like a little egg emanating from it.
Oh well, we still did better than we usually do at this point.
It's my computer.
Civic now, right?
All right, Civic, yep. And you have 4 resource
Demolish.
points left.
Well, demolish I think is the only thing we can afford. So let's demolish one of these
You can
rebels.
probably make a house, can't you?
I think we can make some tenement.
Like a tenement, but who wants to willingly build a tenement other than apparently Jacob?
Kruger.
They have a place to live, right? They can't complain. I think we should demolish some rebel though.
Which
Yeah.
Specifically the
which
ones
location?
next to the
The
water.
one, yeah, the one on the water.
All right.
If we get a critical success, we can get some resources out of it.
Get a critical fail, we can get rid of some of our population.
Sounds pretty even to me.
Engineering is a stability roll, so no
Uh,
bonus.
AFK a minute.
I'll take care of it.
Cool.
So how's that going?
Well, we have construction crews, not demolition crews.
Ah. All right, that is a fail.
There were a bunch of bones just piled up that they needed to clear before they could do the rubble.
All right, next phase is army.
Oh, that's right. Stupid armies.
If you guys want to do anything with them.
We
Everybody's
need to train the second hobgoblin with whatever the angry one we would try to give him last time was.
Merciless.
Yeah, merciless.
And the second Invictus only has 1 because it failed so many times.
Does it? No, you got living on the land, right?
Yeah, it's
Oh
only
yeah,
that's
they do
one.
only have one.
But they don't have something other than that. Yeah.
Okay, what do those dingbats need?
End of the book stuff.
So the archers were going for no, not the archers.
Second Hobgoblin. Second Hobgoblin was going for Merciless, and we haven't discussed anything about the second Invictus second one.
Correct.
Focus Devotion's not horrible. Army gets a +1 on morale checks to rally. I don't know. Never mind. Rally is when they're already like retreating and you want to try and turn them back around.
Hmm.
Somebody's got hold the line already. Somebody's got flexible tactics already. There was an outflanking one. Reckless flankers. They take a -2 AC and get +1 to hit. And they get an extra action called Outflank Tactical War Action, which basically lets you like get when you guys line up on either sides, the +2 to their AC thing. Flanking, whatever the new name for it is.
Off guard.
That too. It's really confusing that they have the exact same mechanics for the Kingdom Maker thing, but they didn't name them. What they switched the names of the old stuff
Well,
to
that's what
for the new
Kingmaker
one.
came out before the remaster did.
I know. I wish the remaster just used these words so it would actually make
I
sense.
mean, like being outflanked makes more sense than saying that an entire army is flat-footed.
Correct.
It's like, oh yes, you're flanked. Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's see. Focus Devotion would give them taunt, though.
Oh yes, it does. They can, do the Braveheart
The
thing.
Braveheart. That's what I was thinking.
With
Pull
the
up their
kilts.
kilts and stuff. Yeah, show them their
Yeah.
junk.
That's a good one. Bloodied but Unbroken would help with their morale.
Always love toughened soldiers for +1 hit point too, because they only have 4. If we're going to use them as infantry, might as well,
And there's no other way to increase HP. You have to use a feat. Or tactic.
Yep. And you could take that one multiple times.
Nope. Zargan, question.
Yeah,
The army is the same level as us, right? We're level 6.
correct.
So as we level, we don't have to do anything special. They just level up with us.
Correct.
Okay, so we won't get our third thing until like level 8. Okay. For how many tactics the armies can know is what I was looking
Yep.
at.
I kind of like Focus Devotion. They should be loyal to our cause after we spent so much time on them.
You taught us how to find food.
Well, and you inspire loyalty too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're city boys, and now we're turning them into a crack team.
Yeah, Focus Devotion works for me.
All right. Who wants to roll it?
Bio, you back? I'll take that for a no. Who hasn't rolled recently?
I rolled the last one. Sakara was before that, so you'd actually be the one up because
Ta-da!
Raz rolled after you.
Okay, Invictus 2, I want to talk to you. Last
Scholarship
time
or warfare check?
we handled the eat
Are
the
you
food,
confused?
not the dirt. This time we're learning to focus. Warfare check incoming. No bonuses to it, correct?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm back.
And none needed.
That's a
Nice.
success.
I trained the boys that were too dumb to stop eating dirt to be focused for their devotion.
All right. Who wants to roll the hobgobs for merciless?
Bio's next.
Raz's turn.
Yep.
What am I rolling? Warfare?
Warfare.
Warfare.
No special, just a regular warfare.
Yep.
Just a skill.
Oh,
Well,
That's
had
a
to end
failure.
eventually. It's because they're all a bunch of hobgoblins.
Aw.
Not merciless enough.
Clearly.
Should have been orcs.
All right, that'll end the turn. Unfortunately, there is no kingdom event this turn.
How sad.
I know.
Not all events are bad.
What are we gonna spend all our RP on?
Experience.
Oh yeah, it's the best use.
Oh
of
yeah, freaking at a 1-to-1 ratio. Ooh.
1 is the loneliest number.
Alrighty.
So looking at our default dice for the top tab now, it says 10d6 instead of 13d6.
It does, huh? Something reset.
So it must have been whatever we rolled, it gave us a bonus for a couple of turns, is done.
Maybe.
Oh, we should have 11.
Well, yeah, but I can add that in.
It's so weird. I really want to know what it was.
Yeah, me too. Something was stuck somewhere or something.
I mean,
Hmm.
we had it from the beginning, so it had to have been something from the very first turn.
Yeah, maybe.
The only thing I can think is we did like the commodities thing, but that shouldn't affect that part. It had to have been something where we did resource points like for the future or something, like selling our
Either
commodities.
that or some data got corrupted or something.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it's fixed going forward.
Yep.
If not, we'll take the extra points. Yay.
Yep. All right, guys. I am gonna stop us here for the night. It's almost 10:30, and I'm really feeling like crap. I got this horrible cough and that still.
We got 2 turns done. I feel good about it.
I thought we'd get more done, but I think we are getting faster.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's
I
gonna
mean,
take a while
last
to
time
learn.
we talked about it for about an hour, then we got one turn done.
We
Yeah.
we
And we
spent
ran
like 20
late.
minutes talking about moving armies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I need to do some more research. I mean, see, I don't know if armies can recon or not, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, Bio does have some points. Like, you go into an enemy city, although an enemy city is not really reconning because it's there. But
2 armies passing in the night.
I mean, theoretically, they could. I mean, these aren't hundreds of thousands of creatures like it was before. These are, it says armies, but really, they're small numbers. They have to be.
Well, yeah, but if you go by the freaking module, it's never more than like a few dozen troops in any given army, which is dumb.
Exactly, which is why
Oh,
I'm calling them.
A freaking army from Absalon is gonna be like 30 freaking people. Yeah, right.
That's why I'm calling them platoons. I like the first edition version. As they leveled up, they
There's more
got
people.
bigger. Yeah, which made sense. A level 12 army and level 4 army should not be the same. You mean?
They're just more elite and well trained. Bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys could see Sophie just in the edge of the camera. She's pointing a cat at a lizard that had gotten the house to the chimney. She's holding the cat like 2 inches from the lizard, and finally the lizard moved, and it's like, aha!
As I was saying, until that lizard moves, that cat probably won't do anything
Yeah.
to it.
She's like, I don't know what you're trying to show me, and she's like this close to it.
Yeah. Cats are very movement oriented.
Mm-hmm.
Just like humans.
Yep.
Zero in on movement.
And T-Rexes.
Apparently so. Deploy the goat.
Binocular vision.
Yep.
So if we're gonna explore hexes, can I recommend that we do the 2 to our east of our capital so we can try and farmland those? Unless we can do the ones in the rivers Argon to maybe, I don't know, establish fishery or something.
I don't even know what's the
Those are-
terrain to our east even looking
Clear.
like.
Oh,
Look like a volcano.
plains.
It's just plains. It just ignore the map.
Volcano.
Yeah, it's showing like the city
From
essentially,
the main
even
map.
though that's not exactly where it is.
Yeah.
Lava flows.
Well, remember, the hexes on this map are not the same size as the hexes on the big map.
No, I got kicked out.
How dare you?
You got kicked out? Of what?
Yeah, all of us.
What do you mean out of what?
I
Out of
see,
fugs.
nothing here says you guys have been kicked out.
We're out.
You-
You
kicked out.
connected the
Booted.
termination. You terminated the
You
connection.
connected the termination?
Same thing.
Maybe mine is delayed.